There we
The
go.
only thing you need to know about Dick Van Dyke is that his name is both genitals and lesbians.
It's two cuss words at the same time.
It sure is, and yet somehow he's the nicest man.
I don't know how you win the lottery like that and you get so many cuss words in your name all at the same time.
How did you, like... His parents must have known that the short form for Richard is Dick.
Oh, yeah.
They must have, and they said it out loud in the delivery room, and they were like, I like that.
Oh, yeah. It was that or like Tim Bastard Fucker Van Dyke. And they were like, well...
Bastard Fucker. That's his middle name.
There's no short form for that one. Bats fuck.
Bats fuck. I mean, you're just making a statement about procreation in bats.
Hey, bats fuck. Just in case.
David Attenborough for you, everyone.
And then the bats fucked.
You ever?
Good night.
I would very much like to hear him. Yeah, only at night.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they're sleeping during... Jay, do you know that's how bats work?
Listen, I'm not what? I don't know what the field of study for bat research would be.
Batology.
Yeah, I'm not a batologist.
Batology.
Sounds like an ass. Sounds like you're getting real acquainted with an ass.
That's buttology. This is batology.
My bad. My bad.
It's the amount of T's in the word.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
You know, and then if you're studying bat poop, it's bat scatology.
Which sounds like scatting.
Yeah.
So it serves a dual purpose.
And you know, scatology is just like regular poop, but bat scatology is...
I think scatology is a real thing.
It is, yeah.
I don't know what...
It's studying poop.
Is it?
Yes.
For real?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's got the word scat right there.
Yeah, okay. We can't all be German.
It's not the study of jazz.
It should be.
Nobody's studying that shit, Jay. You make it up as you go. What's there to study? A beebadoo babadoo boobadoo babadoo boo. Jazz.
What are you, Angela from The Office?
I just covered you in jazz.
Yeah.
Hot.
Just jazzed in my ear.
Thick jazz.
Both.
Which brings me to my next point. Welcome to the podcast.
Yes, this is Grindhouse Movie Club.
This just happens to be Grindhouse Movie Club.
It just so happens to be.
You happen to be tuned
By
in.
sheer coincidence.
Sheer. Like the face of a cliff.
Or what you do to a sheep when they're too thick.
We know words.
We sure do. Sheer do.
You think we got a fucking dictionary? Wrong.
I'll show you my dictionary.
I got a whole ass encyclopedia.
It's warm always.
Gross.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't have pictures in it. That's how serious it is of a dictionary.
Damn, it's just all words.
Oh, that's right. Except for the drawings I drew in there, which are dicks.
They are. Yeah. Well, that's good. A pen encyclopedia. I tried to put the word penis in there. It didn't quite work the way that I wanted. Listen, I've been awake since 3 a.m.
Encyclopenis.
Dia.
Nah, it just doesn't. No.
We both could do better here.
We absolutely could. Yeah, I've been up since 8:30. So
yeah.
We both had rough mornings.
Oh, jeez. While you were a slumber soundly, dreaming a genie.
Don't you fucking tell me what I dream. You don't know.
Obviously, it was of Genie.
I don't even know who Genie is.
I don't know, some bitch.
Oh God, I don't remember my dreams because they're just dreams.
What's that like? I remember them routinely.
Honestly, I close my eyes and then I open them. And then
you've traveled through time and space.
Yeah,
well, not so much space.
I really I just kind of adjust I'm like, where am I? What's day is it? Am I late? No, I'm not late. All right, then my day's good.
Am I late? What am I late for? What could I possibly be late for today?
Well, yeah,
probably something. I'm sure.
I jostle out of bed around 6:30. What the fuck am I late for?
Yeah,
it's something. It's obviously something, or else I wouldn't have woken up.
That's the motivation for getting out of bed in the first place. Otherwise, you just roll over.
So every morning is a panic attack.
That's right, a mild one to moderate.
Panic attack before your alarm even goes off. Just
That's it. That's
I'm
the
late.
whole attack. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to panic now because you're.
I'm here.
You're here. You're here.
I've been awake and alert for quite some time. Is my whole point.
You've watched a whole. You watched a whole movie.
I sure did. At least one.
I watched a good half of this before I went to bed.
Yeah.
So I was really hoping for some
zombie dreams.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
You would try to bring your nightmare to real life like Freddy Krueger.
But instead, I just kind of woke up and I was like, "What end of the bed am I at?" I don't know why I had that going on this morning. I was like, "Am I laying at the
Where's
far
the
end?"
headboard?
There's two doors in my bedroom. One's the one's the porch door and one's like the door.
Right.
So I like woke up and the first thing I saw was a door. I'm like, which door am I facing? This is fucked.
You need a fucking compass for sleep time here.
Yeah, well, that's life. That's life these days.
That's fine. I'm jealous.
No, man.
I have to know things and be on time for them.
No, you don't.
This shit's my nightmare.
When has a plumber ever plumbed right to the minute? You know.
You raise a good point. We
That's
are
right.
quite lazy.
Oh yeah, and your ass cracks constantly out.
Now I got a pretty good handle on that.
Good.
I had a
Thank
journeyman
God.
threaten to pour glue down it once, and that was very early on in my career, if you want to call it that. And well, since then, belts. Let me tell you,
That's fair.
you bending over, get a belt.
I'll tell you what. You pour glue
I'm
down
not
my
talking about child abuse. I said I wasn't talking about it.
I know you. I know. It's fine.
You just fucking Doppler affected. Theater of the mind. You were really working the stereo system.
I just wanted everybody to know
That you're upset from left to right.
that's exactly what it is. And then back again.
Yeah.
And then
The teeter-totter of distaste.
that really didn't do anything for anybody because we record this in mono.
Hey, it doesn't matter what side of the headphone you're wearing. You're going to hear it all.
Well, good.
This is deliberate. This is on purpose.
I hope you-
prefer it. Because how many people have like one singular AirPod in? You're at the gym. You got to like beat the dicks away while you're on the treadmill. Probably.
Oh, yeah.
And you want to be, alert and present for that.
Yeah, like there's when you're listening to a song and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, what happened?
Exactly.
Oh, there it is. They just switched to the other speaker. I'm pretty sure Sum 41 does that in one of their songs.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, where do they yell fuck? Oh, it's dangling around
way
my
over
waist.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the background.
People are hearing that. I'm not getting the word fuck in here.
Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun.
Oh, yeah.
When he says Black Hole Sun, it comes out of the left and then the right.
Oh,
And I don't like that because it distracts me.
I like that, though.
It brings my attention away. It's
I
like,
do
oh, fucking.
like that.
Now are you whispering sultrily to me?
Well, like we said, mono recording forever.
Yeah.
One track forever.
This is the only kind of mono it's good to have. The
Unless-
other one does like bad things to your spleen, I think.
Isn't it the kissing disease?
It is.
So you got to be pretty cool to get it, though.
Yeah, it's
Unless
true.
you're kissing your mom.
You got to be a cool, hot
fucking
teen.
mommy.
You fucking. If your mom has mono, let me tell you.
Look, first of all, don't kiss your mom.
Ugh,
Weirdo.
it's fucked.
Second of all, if your mom's got mono, take care of her. Stop kissing her. What's wrong with you? Ew.
Get her some soup.
Give her some space. She's sick.
Mm,
Anyway, Grindhouse Movie Club.
that's right.
Um,
You put a little period in there, and you can get a website.
Yeah. And it's up to you where you put it.
Well, there's only one spot where you're gonna get the website, though.
Yeah, or else you're gonna get that fun like Google dinosaur thing where you run and jump over the cacti. Or no,
Is that still the okay?
Yeah, well, sorry, that's when you don't have internet. So unplug your router and
That's
just
right.
go to Google and just hit spacebar a bunch, and then the dinosaur starts running.
Yeah.
I swear to God,
You can get like I think there's a scoreboard.
there is a scoreboard.
Yeah. For when you're scoreboard.
Or when your score not paying your internet bills. It's good for everybody. All right. So yeah, go to grindhousemovie.club. That's the website.
I feel like we should hit up the Patreon here. You can go
Yeah.
you go patreon.com/darkroastcult.
I just showed Jay a video I made for it.
20 minutes of editing
Mm-hmm.
majesty.
And if you know anything about our YouTube channels, you'll know that
What you're going to get is what's on that channel, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Except longer and probably better because YouTube sucks.
I'll post like a really watered down, censored, just a really like poor version of the video to YouTube.
Yeah,
So
like
that
not even funny because the comedy elements have to be scrubbed completely in order for it to be acceptable to robots.
any cuss words,
Yeah, none of those.
we would bleep those out.
Probably half of any podcast that I speak on, we could just get rid of it.
Yeah, and so that's what you can expect. So really, you want to check out the Patreon is what we're trying to say.
It's better there.
It's better. Because then you don't have to wait for YouTube to not show it to you.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for YouTube to take it down 2 days after I put it up, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for me to...
For Warner Music Group to get pissed off because I'm showing somebody a video of a bug.
They like to have their fingers in all the pockets, you know?
Yeah. Well, they're looking for bugs. Fucking all I wanted was to share my hatred for the movie Mimic with the population.
Yeah, no,
I didn't get to have that.
Nah, copyright claim.
Yeah, cool. So you get a super boring fucking video that just has 2 graphics bouncing around, probably like a fucking DVD screensaver.
I worked so hard.
Well, yeah, on the Patreon, you're going to see a finished product that's fucking beautiful. You're not going to get that on Shithead. I mean, YouTube.
Oh,
YouTube should change. You know how Twitter changed the fucking name to X? YouTube should just change it to Y.
I like that. That's really clever.
Because it starts with a Y, and also why bother?
I like that. You should, every time...
I'm an SEO genius.
I feel like anytime like a parent hears their child say, I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up.
Why?
They call in you.
They should.
And you scare them straight.
I got news for you, bud. It sucks. That's it.
Not everybody's gonna be a PewDiePie.
I used to be like you.
I remember back in the day.
With slowly turning into the villain from Inspector Gadget.
I'll get you, Gadget, one day.
Or fucking Macho Man Randy Savage. You're somewhere in between those two.
I'll stay there too.
You ever see the video of him doing like the fucking dumbest math?
Oh yeah.
Also a little bit of Hulk Hogan, I guess.
Snap into a Slim Jim, brother.
Oh my god. It's funny how like the relics of wrestling have just been like subtracted down to their advertisement spots that didn't fucking like. There's nothing convincing about a man with male pattern baldness who won't give up the ghost and just keeps growing the hair out, telling me that a chocolate is good. I'm not gonna try. Like, they all have so much CTE. If anything, it's just a fucking an advertisement for what to avoid as an adult.
I was thinking, yeah, I'm not gonna take chocolate advice from somebody with brain damage.
Exactly.
Unless their face is covered in it. Then I know it's
good. And they
good.
know. You can tell that they know what the good chocolate is. It's all they care about.
But take their word for that one. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Professional wrestling.
Why'd they have to call the Shia LaBeouf movie with the kid with Down syndrome Peanut Butter Falcon? That sounds so disrespectful, dude. You couldn't have called it actually Stand Up Citizen or something? Something supportive? You couldn't be an ally for a second? No. Call it his favorite superhero.
Well,
it doesn't exist because he ate it.
Well, the wrestler was taken. You can't call it the wrestler.
That's true. It's not even about that. It's like some Tom Sawyer shit. It's him and a kid with Down syndrome on a raft going across like the Midwest fields of corn.
Boy, I really hope they respect every individual they come across and, well, don't just give in to
Here's hoping they call
white urges.
Exactly. Here's hoping they call Jim by his first full name. His God-given name, and not the one we gave him when we don't like him.
Yeah. Or even when we do like him, we just don't respect him as much. Boy, oh boy. Mark Twain, those books are just sitting on a shelf.
Somewhere.
You probably have one of these books.
I don't think I have either.
I mean, I
was trying to think if I had any Mark Twain book at all.
I for sure had one. And it had a white, so there's like a bunch of books, and they're like the classics, and they have a white spine.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like a little painted cover. I had the Huck Finn one.
Was it all Mark Twain in there, or was it like
no?
You also get like Agatha Christie
you get. I had Treasure Island as well.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So you probably had like Robinson Crusoe.
Yeah, I did.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Maybe. There was also like the
what's the name of that fucking
the family Robinson or whatever too, where they're on the island.
I think that's Robinson Crusoe.
Is
I
it?
don't know.
I don't fucking know either.
I don't read classics. Okay, there's a reason
I don't read.
Yeah.
I don't fucking do it.
There was a point where the most famous that you've ever been on Tumblr is people talking about how the disparity in size between like the UK and the United States, and how you could, or I guess Europe in general, like how you could be driving for 45 minutes and you're going to be in a different country, like you're from Italy to Greece or some shit like that. And so this big long everybody like Australia, people from fucking Africa and Egypt and shit are all describing like what it would be like to drive 2 hours in one direction, and then you at the bottom, I don't drive.
Well, I like to keep it real. And I didn't realize I was famous for saying that.
Dude, the fucking post has like 300,000 reblogs. It's huge.
Oh.
Yeah, you're a big Tumblr deal.
Wow.
Or at least you were in like
geez.
2013.
Golly.
If anybody can find that, go use the whatever fucking Tumblr's iteration of the Wayback Machine. Find that post and send it directly to Matt, because I need him to believe me here.
Golly gee, I'd like to thank so many people. And
me.
I
win an Oscar. Yeah, I'd like to thank me.
I don't even remember doing it, but
myself and I. It was a collaborative effort.
Yeah, none of this shit. None of you fuckers did shit.
I want like Robert Downey Jr. to just go up and say that. You guys fucking sucked.
Thanks for this award for Tropic Thunder. It was me. I was the guy in the face paint.
Is he the only guy who has been successful in getting away with blackface for an entire movie? Like, nobody talks about fucking Chinese Mickey Rooney anymore.
They should. They really should.
Right.
You should look that up. Mickey Rooney, he should be on a list of people to hit.
Worst racisms ever committed on film.
Yeah. Well, worst racisms ever paid for and documented. and he was like, well, all right then. That's cool. That's the character I'm playing.
That's fine.
Where are my teeth?
Give me 2 cotton balls and some fake teeth. I'm gonna squint really hard for an hour and a half.
Give me those dentures. I'm really gonna do this one. I'm gonna ham this up.
Oh man. Do we have any yellow spray paint?
Oh, I don't even know what movie that is, but
I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, that fucking his face is etched into my brain forever.
Oh god. Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, we did Dawn of the Dead, 2004. Zack Snyder, one of his 2. Count them.
This is the Snyder cut, though.
Count them. 2 good movies he's ever made.
And 2.
That's right.
1 being this one.
That's right.
2 being
Watchmen.
Oh,
and that's
right.
really it.
That's right.
And I'll tell you something. You know a Zack Snyder movie when you see a close-up of a shoe, an extreme close-up of a shoe, and something moving in slow motion beside it? Every single one of Zack Snyder's fucking movies has this. So in Watchmen, it's the button at the beginning. And also when the guy gets thrown through the window, it's all in super slow-mo. And then Sucker Punch, half that movie is an extreme close-up of Emily Brown in subpar face.
He did Sucker Punch, too.
Yeah, he did, and it sucks. Right. It's got the word suck right in the title, so you know exactly what to expect.
Yeah.
It sure was a Sucker Punch to my ability to enjoy it.
It was a Sucker Punch to my fucking wallet.
That's right.
I didn't even pay for it.
Nor would I.
I think it was on the movie network.
I'm not sure I ever watched it all the way through.
I'm not sure I could, because with the movie network, you kind of have to be on the button when they start playing it. Or else you're joining in halfway through.
Right.
And then you got to sit there and wait for the movie to end, because it starts right the fuck back up.
Oh, good. Great.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough having satellite.
Yeah. Oh, gee. Early television piracy.
So anytime, somebody, reloaded their gun.
Yeah, you got to see those shells hit the ground, and Zack Snyder really made sure that you knew that they were shells that hit the ground.
Yeah.
Because he showed you them for 5 straight minutes.
And he didn't, tootsie foot around it. He lingers on these, and I was like, oh, this is obviously something meaningful.
Nope.
Oh, no.
He just thought it would be cool. That's why you get Ving Rhames blasting that shotgun in slow-mo as well.
Is that why you get Ving Rhames slicing his arm up and then nothing?
Yeah.
Nothing coming of it at all? Woo! Is that why you get What's-Her-Face washing her hands in the fountain and then nothing?
That's right.
There's gonna be something and then there's nothing.
Ving Rhames shares a fountain with a zombie and slices his fucking arm open on one of the little water spouts. And so, thus, sharing fucking fluids with a zombie.
Swap and spit?
And nothing.
Nothing.
It just hurt a little.
Other characters get a scrape,
A small one.
and they give birth to a zombie baby.
That's right.
That's all it takes. Anyway, so what's your 2 sentences or less?
I didn't have any for this one.
Good.
I was too enthralled by it.
Good.
I knew that I was going to have a problem because this is one of my favorite movies ever made. And I was like, I'm going to sit here and dismantle this fucking thing. I did.
Good. I'm glad you didn't have it because I had a sentence.
Okay.
The zombie mall movie.
That's
it.
a zombie mall movie. There's another one.
That's not the one I think of. When I think zombie mall movie, I think this one.
It's this. Let's be honest.
What's the other one?
Well, the original.
Is there a mall in that one? Did they even have malls back then?
In 1978? Yeah, they sure did.
Are
we
you
were at the
sure?
height of pre-Nixon era consumerism.
I feel like
Yes.
all they had was like candy shops and dairy hops. You know what I'm saying? You go in there and you sit down on a stool like in Back to the Future, and the guy slides you, well, not a milkshake, but a malt beverage. And
malt beverage.
And you go, what the fuck is this? And you go, and he's like, taste it. And it tastes like shit. And he goes, well, yeah, it's the 70s. We don't have malls yet.
It's the 70s and food is disgusting.
I think my entire knowledge
Everyone's
of
barefoot.
exactly, my entire knowledge of time is like the 80s and behind. Nothing. It's the 50s. It's the 50s right up until the 80s.
Yeah. Great Depression, then Woodstock, and then hippies, and now you're at 1980.
Yeah, and sprinkle a little bit of Hitler in there.
Just a small amount of Hitler, if you want to go further back a little.
Like if you're if you were in the Lion King, Hitler would be the stuff you smear on the lion's face.
Just enough to know what it is.
The baby lion, you know.
Yeah.
And then you hold him up to the sun. I know what I'm talking about.
Give him a fucking immediate like UV sunburn.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right out of the womb.
Welcome to the world. Here's the sun.
Look at that bright thing in your eyes that you're now blinded by, and I'm gonna make your face filthy.
See nothing but a pink and purple undulating blob for the next hour, young baby. The first thing your eyes should ever see is the brightest thing that has ever existed ever in the entire history of time. Look at it. Look directly into it, baby. You dumb fucking baby lion. What the hell is that monkey doing?
You piece of shit, baby. I'm not having doctors poking around in my gay baby. Aqua Teen Hunger Force just came out with a new season. It started this month.
Oh wow!
So we're in for some shit.
Man, Clone High, Aqua Teen. There's so many good shows are getting another season.
Is Clone High getting another season?
They already
Aren't
got-
half the original voice actors dead?
Nah, they're all there.
Oh, all right.
They got rid of Gandhi though.
That's probably smart.
Why?
Well, vague racism.
Gandhi wasn't a great guy. I think
that's true.
I think he deserves a little bit of mudslinging. He's dead. Who
Fair
gives
enough.
a fuck?
Yeah, no. What's he gonna do? Come back and touch more underage girls?
What was he gonna do? Come back and deny his wife medicine, but then also need that medicine to live and take that medicine? Yeah. Good one, Gandhi.
Yeah.
You the man, Gandhi.
International peacekeeper of humanity.
Big
But
piece
fuck
of
my
shit.
wife if she's sick.
Yeah. The only piece he's keeping is the one that's of shit up his ass. Hungry ass Gandhi.
Oh my god. Why don't you go be hungry somewhere else?
Oh. Well,
Dawn of the Dead, eh?
a lot of hot takes.
That's true. Speaking of wavelengths that can be damaging to you, this movie starts with a fucking big fat x-ray in your face.
It sure does.
Big x-ray of a head. And let me tell you, when the doctor viewing the x-ray says, I don't know why we got a head CT when it was a bite wound. That's all I need to hear. I've seen enough zombie movies to know exactly where this is going. Cool. I know you're making me stay late because nursing staff is never treated with any respect whatsoever by doctors and surgeons. But I gotta go.
Yeah, she's been here
I
for
gotta
an
go
extra
away
hour.
from wherever that patient is. Also, yeah, an hour of overtime? Bitch more.
Also, while the doctor's examining this x-ray, he's also on the phone with somebody being like, yeah, so we're teeing off at 7?
Yeah, dude.
Gary's coming. No,
So-
I like Gary. Gary seems like a piece of shit. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, so does this doctor. He's in the middle of doing his job, and he can't not talk about golf for 30 seconds.
Looking at this x-ray, and he's like, hey, man, don't not show up because of Gary.
Fucking, I understand that Gary is a spot of contention, but listen, I'm trying to get this back 9 in before this fucking surgery that I got to perform.
You know how hard it is to book tea time at this place?
When I broke my leg, I had the surgeon right in front of me, as if I wasn't in the room, explained to another member of the staff that they didn't want to fix it yet, and without giving a reason whatsoever. In my head, I think at the time I assumed that he actually had a golf game to get to, and I just ran with that mentally over time. But that might be the fault of this movie, I realize. Might be because there's a shitty doctor in this movie.
I would really hope that he had like tea time at like 8 o'clock, and is like, well, snapping this leg back together is gonna take an hour. I
only got 45.
Yeah, and like I've had this time booked for a week.
Yeah.
So this leg's still gonna be broken around 4 p.m. when
It sure was.
I'm half drunk.
4 p.m.? How about 4 days later? How about 4 days later is when they fixed my broken leg?
That's far longer than I wish to wait.
Every time that I stood up, I could feel it separate from itself.
I probably would have stopped standing.
Well, you got to piss somewhere.
Yourself. right where you are is where I would have pissed.
You saw my terrible situation when I had that fucking cast. I didn't leave a leather couch for like 2 months.
Were you in the hospital for this? I would have
Yes.
just hung it out and arced it onto the floor.
This is after I got sent home.
Oh, okay. I still would have done that at home, but into a bucket
That would have been
and just shouted, "Help me!"
That would have been smart.
The whole time, just arcing my piss into the bucket and be like, "Help!
Because
I'm gonna run out of piss. It's gonna pitter off here."
it did. It kind of became like a race against a pain clock because I timing it out. I had about 45 seconds from when I stood up to when I felt excruciating pain in my ankle. You know, the thing that drops out from your body when it's broken. And so
Yeah, I do.
and like crutches, first time in a cast. So naturally, either like whether or not I intended to, sometimes the piss wouldn't make it.
Hey,
Sometimes it would end up wherever I was right then.
you know you're a grown adult. It's all right.
You know?
You know the difference. You know it's bad. Nobody's gonna rub your nose in it, man. You're all right.
That's good.
So
You're Dawn of the Dead.
we're in a hospital. And the doctor wants this nurse to locate this patient with the bite wound.
And she's really, really heavily hinting at the fact that she's already been here an hour later than she wants to.
Yeah.
Which
so-
is really good for your job security.
It is.
Having zero gratitude for your position. Do you know how difficult it is to get nursing staff?
It's quite difficult. Especially here in the GTA where we are.
Yeah. I'll tell you exactly how we know
Thornhill.
that this movie was shot in Canada a little later.
Okay.
In a way that pissed me right off.
There's a couple ways look, I'm not gonna lie to you, Jay. This movie took me a very long time to watch.
Same.
And it's not because it's a great movie and I was enjoying the hell out of it.
Okay.
I got a little too high. And I spent, look, I'm gonna tell you an exuberant amount of time.
You're playing GeoGuessr in your head with the buildings in the background, I bet.
There was no in my head. I was on Google Maps, my friend. There's an aerial shot coming up where you kind of see like her whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
I was like, "Where's that?"
Did you find it?
No,
You didn't.
no.
Ah.
I found out where the neighborhood is.
Yeah.
And I wrote it down. We'll come to it later.
Thornhill, apparently.
Nah, Thornhill. It's all over the place. Thornhill's
Okay.
the hospital, the tunnel, and the mall,
Okay.
I believe. So I was like looking around, and I was like, "Well, fuck it. I'm just gonna Google it because I've been here for an hour looking for this neighborhood on Google Maps."
So where was Dawn of the Dead shot in Toronto?
So I
basically.
I put that in there, and the guy's like, "Yeah, so this is the neighborhood," and he's filming. I'm like, "That looks like the neighborhood. Yeah, so it could be this." So I hop into Google Maps, throw myself down on the corner he's on, and you can go on Google Maps, and you can go back in time.
That's right. Well, most of the time you already are because they don't update those pictures but once every like 4 years.
Yeah, well, this one it went back to 2007, so I was like, "All right,
Oh shit.
let me scrub back to 2007."
Yeah.
Wasn't a fucking neighborhood there in 2007, so I had to leave a comment. I'm like, "Dude, you got it wrong, my friend."
Hate to burst your bubble here, bro.
Yeah,
but I
you're
did a
wrong.
very cursory search and found out you're incorrect.
Took me 2 seconds. I kind of wish you had done that. Would have saved me some time. And he's like, "Yeah, I got this drone, but we're too close to the airport. I can't fly it." Had you put that drone up, you would have known you're an idiot. One look around, this looks nothing like the place.
Oh, this isn't the neighborhood at all.
Anyway.
I'll just stand in the fucking middle of the road and speculate, I guess. Classic YouTube content.
Classic. So
It'll be like fucking we found the fountain of youth, and it's just like a waterfall with a boy in it. Somewhere Logan Paul's got a face like he just saw another dead body. That's every YouTube video ever.
The fountain of youth. I mean, it is though. It's not the one you're looking for, but it is a fountain of youth.
And there's youthfulness adjacent.
And I mean, you were already clickbaited into watching it. You
it's-
already watched
yeah.
the video. We got your money.
It's sure not gonna stop me from capitalizing every other word and looking surprised in the thumbnail.
Mm-hmm. You got to look surprised, or else
You
people
do.
are gonna be like, "Well."
If you just look regular, it can't be an exciting video.
Oh yeah.
You got to look like you just watched it and it gave you a heart attack.
People want to look like the way you look in your thumbnails.
Yes.
Anyway,
Psychologically unhinged.
so there I was, high out of my mind at midnight, just leaving comments on random videos, being like, "I don't think this is the place, man." I went back
Did
in
he
time.
actually
I looked.
reply directly to you?
I hope not.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks, dude. I know.
I kind of scrolled down to see if anybody else.
How old was the video?
It was like last year.
Oh, then he's very wrong. Okay.
Yeah. I scrolled through to see if anybody else was like as invested as I was.
Yeah.
No,
Not at all.
No, nobody cares.
They were probably just like, oh, cool.
Nobody gives a fuck.
No, why would they?
No. So if you find that video, leave a comment and be like, "Yeah, Matt's right." We're gonna stick it to this guy.
It's fucking sicking the dogs on him.
So they locate the bite guy. He's in ICU.
Yeah.
I think the secretary Googles his name.
But because that's all you have to do. I don't know
Or-
why fucking Anna
it the
couldn't just
system?
type his name into a computer for 5 seconds.
I don't work at a hospital. I don't know how it works.
She's really trying to get home to her husband, who waits until she's home to take his fucking shoes off in the house. I'm in bed with my trainers on, and they're white, so you know I play tennis. Look at the neighborhood we live in.
It's like when you go to public school. Those are your bed shoes.
Fucking
Your
and
gym
like,
shoes, your indoor shoes, your outdoor shoes.
It's like he left them on expressly so that she would take them off when he got home. Like she's a nurse at a hospital and a janitor in the house.
I hate it.
Just a maid everywhere you are, huh? Great. You fucking use all your nursing skills, all your mom strength to lift me out of bed so that I can go to fucking take a shit.
Put me in you.
What's the point of being married to a nurse if you're not going to do nurse things for me?
Yes, exactly. Now bang me in the shower. So
Bang me right in the shower.
she gets home. First of all, on her way home, she flips to the radio station, and a keen eye might hear, "Hey, bad stuff is happening." But no, she's like, "I got to get to the top 40. The countdown's on. I need to know what's number 5."
So a series of unusual things. First of all, when she's leaving, there's another woman with a bite on her neck that comes in who's clearly unconscious.
I did see that too.
It's like 6 in the fucking morning, and the ambulance is already leaving for an emergency. Hey, it's gonna be a heavy weekend, huh?
Oh yeah, it's starting early is what he says. I guess that makes sense. The weekend's starting early. So I was thinking like these guys were told something that I don't know why they told the ambulance drivers about this and nobody else.
They're part of the quarantine group.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Like, oh yeah, the weekend's starting early. You
Yeah.
got people are biting the hell out of each other down here in Thornhill.
And then, like, as a nurse who's, like, probably on call a lot of the time, you'd think that you'd want the hot update on what's going on medically in your surrounding area at all times and not Celine Dion.
Nah, her heart will go on.
No, very few people's hearts go on in this movie. They very much stop.
But then start again, though.
Well, I don't know if you could count it as restarting.
So as she's leaving the hospital, there's like the ambulance driver's feet are just hanging out.
Yeah.
Because
is he dead? No,
he's smoking right in the ambulance.
right in the ambulance.
Smoking in the ambulance.
That's good of him.
Fucking healthcare.
Well, that's, that way you know it's cancer. He's making his own job easier. The diagnosis part is over.
I was like,
it's me. I did this.
Find the good thing here, Jay. I was really wanted to hear what you were gonna say.
was
Like,
it, yeah.
fucking,
I
what's
got
the
there.
good part here?
I fucking got there, though.
Yeah, you uncovered that dog turd. So yeah, on the way home, the radio, had she been listening, would have been like, "Hey,
Just so you know, it's fucked.
Yeah.
Like, already.
boy, oh boy, you want to get in a boat now?
You sure do want to find a boat.
Get in a boat." So, but no, she gets home, and her husband totally is just like, yeah, they kicked the dude off the show we like, and that sucks for you because you had to stay late and I got to watch it.
Yeah.
Fuck you, wife.
I couldn't have TiVo'd it.
I could, but my shoes. My shoes.
My shoes were on.
The place is called Caledon, and it's outside of Brampton.
Caledon,
Caledon?
I believe.
Sure. So before she gets home, she pulls up to this like little girl, and the little girl's like, "Look, I can skate backwards. You shut your fucking mouth." That is nothing to be proud of. First of all, those aren't roller skates, or they're not roller blades, or roller skates.
Yes, they are. We're going back to fucking 1938 with this one.
You're standing and you're rolling. There's no skill. There's nothing to be proud of.
Who's got the brand new key? Also, she does a horrible fucking job of going backwards.
She does.
She's like letting gravity do it for her.
Oh, she's on a slope. She's on a goddamn slope.
Also, middle of the road, unsupervised child, once again.
Absolutely.
What kind of fucking neighborhood is this?
It's Caledon.
I'll tell you what kind of
welcome to fucking Woodfield Avenue, Caledon.
Let me tell you right to your face right now. I don't give a shit how many Stepford wives live beside me. I'm locking my door when I go inside.
Yeah.
You know why? Because then zombie children can't just waltz in like they own the place.
Yeah.
It would be a really good idea to lock your fucking door.
Nah.
Probably would have saved your husband from getting bit in the neck.
We've all seen Bowling for Columbine. Ain't nobody in Canada locking their door because you want Michael Moore to walk in. You're like, oh, it's Michael Moore!
Yeah, Michael Moore is the one I want walking in.
I thought I smelt that shit coming.
That literal shit?
Yeah, because he doesn't clean it out of his butt crack.
Well, he probably can't reach.
I assume.
He eats a lot of filet of fish as he gets upset when they leave lettuce on it.
Well, yeah, because that's fiber. That would be good for him.
It's exacerbating the problem.
I
don't want to shit more. I have plenty.
I felt my colon move. I don't like it. Shit. So yeah, she's like, we'll fucking rollerblade backwards tomorrow all day.
Oh yeah.
No, you won't.
No, you very won't.
That's a lie you tell children.
It is, because their memory span is that of a fish.
And like, that's gonna take forever.
It is.
Around the whole neighborhood backwards.
It's a big neighborhood.
And she's so slow.
She sure is.
And
at one point, you just start pulling her.
Yep.
Like, fucking just come on.
You really do. So, they end up banging.
They sure do.
They bang through. Look, they must have been so horny.
Yeah.
So horny.
When the literal emergency news broadcast
Yeah.
interrupts the programming in order to announce that, like, we're going to hell.
And, like, it's in the other room and the door's open.
It's not quiet either.
How are you not... I stop whatever I'm doing when I hear anything like that noise.
That's right. I got that fucking Amber Alert sound. It's like a trigger in my brain now.
I think it is the Amber Alert sound.
It probably, yeah.
It's very close to it anyway. So, like, they're banging in the shower, not hearing that. This is your own damn fault.
I got so wet when you made me take your shoes off in bed.
Yeah, I couldn't pull out because I was really jamming it to the beat of the emergency alert.
You ever try to bang in the shower?
Yeah,
there's an added layer of difficulty.
There is.
First of all, positioning.
Danger.
But then also, as per the Family Guy scene, water makes things drier. Somehow.
Water? Yeah, sometimes.
You know?
Also, just like it's an acrobatic skill. You got to be
yeah.
You got to have some form of balance.
I think
and like Spider-Man level grip on your feet.
I think it's Ari Shafir has a joke about it where he's like, the best position that we can figure out is her head right underneath the shower, bent over, my one leg up while she drowns to death.
Oh shit. So, it's morning.
I was gonna ask you about this. Okay. This couple, right? They get home and fucking there's some throwaway line anyway where Anna's response is, "Sorry, I missed date night." You have a life partner. Do you have a date night, or do you just hang out with your girlfriend like a regular fucking person?
There's date nights.
There are? What's that? Why?
You go out. You spend a little money. You come home.
So errands.
Well, the money you spend is more for fun.
You described getting groceries just now.
Groceries that can
spice up the relationship with a bushel of apples.
It's more than apples.
The fucking bag of romaine because we're making salad tonight, babe.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! I bet you're happier with me.
What kind of salad only contains romaine lettuce?
A shitty bachelor salad because that's all I make.
Throw a crouton in there, for fuck's sakes, Jay. Live a little.
What you do is you take pre-sliced cheese and you crumble it like feta.
I know you do. It's delicious.
I got all kinds of tips and tricks. I buy vegetables expressly so that I can add toppings to frozen pizzas.
What do you make a little ramen, but you save some dry stuff to sprinkle on top later for the crunch?
Sometimes when you don't want to make the ramen, you just put that shit on rice.
Wait.
Like the seasoning.
Oh, okay.
My roommate calls it roodles. It's a sad existence when you're single in your 30s, let me tell you.
And you're rhyming things with oodles. Yeah. Yeah, it is. So
anyway, that was my question. I just wanted to make sure that date night was a real thing.
It is.
Fucking who
It is.
and why, but that's fine.
In a loveless marriage, there's none.
Right. You just slowly stew about each other, like in
right.
silence over a breakfast table.
That's right.
Pissed off about the runniness of the eggs once again because I keep telling her.
Well, maybe you should make the eggs every now and then. We got a visitor.
Yeah, who? She didn't want to wait until tomorrow to rollerblade.
No.
She wanted it right now.
She needs to rollerblade.
Yeah, so badly that she no longer has lips. Her lips came right off with the desire to rollerblade.
You know, as they do.
Her mouth is just open perpetually. It's not something that you want in your bedroom as an adult.
Well, first of all, let's think logically about this.
Mm-hmm.
This girl Vivian. First of all, not their child.
Also, Vivian is the name of like her great grandmother, probably. Who the fuck is named Vivian? That's not a cow.
At least her aunt.
Yeah,
There's Aunt Vivian. This is the only Vivian.
Aunt
her
Viv.
aunts.
And then you get like upset because who the fuck Viv?
Yeah.
Sounds like a household cleaner.
At that point, you might as well be Bill Biv.
Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah.
That fuck.
Anyway, enough about things that are older than we are.
Yeah, that's
right. This girl, she comes in. Neighbor girl walks right into your house.
So later on in the movie, like they're trying to explain why all the zombies are coming to the mall, for example. Mm-hmm. And this again, like this one, and then the muscular guy who picks up the propane tank. The zombie that does it later on in the movie. Anyway, the whole thing is, they're running on instinct, so they go to places they're familiar. How many times Vivian been in your bedroom with you?
It's a good question.
Where's mom? Because you're not it.
She's
She's so familiar with that location that she goes there instead of home.
Let's not linger too long on this one. My question is, Jay.
Yeah.
Where's her lips?
Where are her lips?
Who did she try and smooch?
Somebody who
clearly was just frothing at the fucking mouth.
They must have been, you know?
What?
I didn't see any dogs. The zombies don't care about dogs.
Yeah.
You're so accustomed to your mom and dad coming in at fucking 5 a.m. to give you a little lip kiss that was just normal for you until suddenly they were gone.
When they're making these god-awful gurgling noises and just covered in blood.
Screaming and running.
Oh, yeah, mommy. Fucking kiss me right on the lips.
This is normal.
Yeah.
I live in a very abusive household.
Yeah. With the speed at which you're running, I can tell this is about to be a very aggressive kiss.
Yeah, which I'm accustomed to, which is why I spend so much time alone outside talking to the neighbors.
I'm open and accepting to the love. So we wake up because Vivian's just pushing the door open.
And we can only assume that her parents are now dead, because otherwise that means her parents let her leave the house in just a nightie.
Mm-hmm.
This
Covered
kid
in blood.
This kid has had a rough upbringing. All signs point to that.
It's been a rough evening for her anyway. She was fine earlier.
Yeah, it was that rejection of roller skating. Like it just ruined her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it had just rained out. Fucking read the room.
Vivian is clearly self-harming for attention.
So, what's the name? Lewis? Lewis runs over.
Who gives a fuck what his name is? He dies in 5 seconds from now.
All right. Husband.
Yeah.
Husband runs over.
Generic white shirt wearing husband.
This is what I wrote. He run. First of all, this is not good. He runs over without really assessing the situation. I guess this is what it's like to be caring and compassionate. I would have yelled at her for being in the house.
Number one. And then also, where the fuck are your lips, Vivian? Go to the doctor.
Vivian!
I'm not touching your face. It's covered in blood, and so are you.
And so yeah, because he doesn't assess the situation, he gets his nice white shirt ruined and his neck bit.
Yeah. Both of these people are really bad at assessing situations, given this is the first they've heard about zombies. It's literally been on TV for fucking 24 hours at this point.
Open your goddamn eyes. Maybe
Holy
pay attention
shit.
to the world around you a little bit instead of fucking in the goddamn shower.
Horrible, horrible nurse can't even stem arterial bleeding. That's like fucking, it's day one shit.
Well, the dude's like holding his neck, and then
Yeah.
she's like, nah, take it off there for a sec. Let me look at that. Yeah, it's bleeding.
And then she's like, I can't get it. Can't hold it.
Boy, that's blood for sure.
Man, I could have seen that from across the room, but I needed to get up close and see more of it.
I really enjoyed how she, because she's a medical professional.
Yeah.
She removed the child from her husband's neck the same way like a hillbilly removes a leech from his dink. She's like, rips it off and hucks it down the hallway.
Like when a coyote's attacking your dog.
Yeah, he is
You
grabbing.
fucking throw that coyote as far as you could throw anything.
Oh my god, this child does not bounce.
No.
She screeches to a halt. Oh, so good.
But we had to get the all fours hop up though.
Oh man, she
Classic.
jumps up like a Power Rangers, like not villain but like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Who just had his ass kicked, but they still need him for another shot.
It's obviously strings. You
because
know?
he's dead at this point. Just like corpse that they've been kicking around. Yank him up.
I'm not done.
Gonna go once over on him. So
She's like, whatever, fuck that.
yeah.
You know? He goes crazy because that's what happens when zombie.
and or like your name's Kyle.
That's
He
true.
flips a table.
Yeah.
She tries
he
to-
does punch through a door, but it's such a fake door, dude. It's like cardboard.
Oh, he like throws his head through that door.
He does. That's the ultimate Kyle move. Headbutt the door open.
She calls emergency. They don't pick up.
No, because they're fucking busy. You'd think that a nurse would have like a central line to somebody at the hospital.
Just the bat phone for doctors? Is
Yes.
that what you're...
That's exactly right. Why don't you just call your friend who works at the front desk? I'm sure she's got a cell phone. She'll see your name and be like, yeah, it's fucked out here. Maybe stay home, babe.
Quite fucked. Quite fucked. So she runs to the bathroom. She runs into the bathroom so hard she lands in the tub.
That's right. No head injury, which I could have sworn, like, it looks like she does legitimately hit her head off of a tile wall.
It looks like they would have had to stop filming for like a day or two. And then, she's like, oh, I'm going to come out the window.
Not with any urgency whatsoever,
No.
though. I'm going to do it real slow.
Well, yeah, you want to be sneaky. You
Yeah,
want to be sneaky.
So that when husband busts through the door, he's got feet to grab onto.
Yeah. She realizes that she can't hear him going wild out there, so she gets as close as she can to the door and calls his name.
Just a heads up, guys. Silence doesn't mean that everything is suddenly fine now on the other side of the door.
Yeah. One thing you got to know about this guy is that if you need him, he's going to make himself available to you. Because it takes him no time. He throws himself through that door.
Yeah.
Like, what do you need?
Like
I'm
she's
here.
in trouble. Little does he know that she is in trouble, but from him.
Yeah,
You're kind of like causing the same problem you're trying to so aggressively solve, Lewis.
You want me to suck them piggies? So she jumps her head
You
out the
touch
window.
my feet, it's my turn.
Yeah. Well, he grabs her by the feet.
He does.
He does.
Tarantino mode activated.
Hey, this is... I'm sure. Yeah. Somewhere in a room somewhere, he was just
Later on, a guy tries on heels. He's just coming every time that he watches Dawn of the Dead. Quentin.
just the man in the movie. Oh, remember when I tried on those heels?
You know, you'd think.
Nah, somewhere in a room, Quentin Tarantino's just like, guys, I know you're making this film, but have you put a little foot in there? Just sprinkle a little toe. Little.
I've made a few movies in my time.
Yeah.
And I find that a toe or two, really, that's what gets you from the 70 to the 80 on Rotten Tomatoes.
If you're looking to captivate an audience, why don't you put them toes in your mouth? And then say the N-word.
Like a lot.
All right. Just the toes then. Just the toes.
That's his whole trick. It's like fucking it's like haggling. You go in way too high so that you always get to settle on toes.
and then on the
Joke's on you. All I wanted was the toes the whole time.
And then he wins twice when they are like, okay, well, fine. Yeah, that too then.
That's right.
You're Quentin. You would know. I would, wouldn't I? Whoa.
I'm gonna attack paparazzi later.
He does do that. But he also does say the N-word and suck feet, so here we are.
You take the good with the bad, you know?
So she gets out her window and makes it out into the street to see that her neighborhood, well, let's just say it's gone to hell. It's gone to hell in a handbasket.
It sure has.
Boy, boy.
Things are on fire in CG in the background.
Her one neighbor just has a gun.
Neighbors are no longer friends, even though you know that everybody's going to each other's barbecues in this fucking neighborhood because it's like it's the most suburban ass. I feel like The Purge was shot here.
It could have been. Throw up a gate. You got yourself a Purge town. Now these neighbors just pointing guns.
Anna treats having a gun pointed in her face like a traffic inconvenience is what I wrote.
Yeah.
Which is fitting because this guy gets trucked by an ambulance.
Oh my God.
The opposite of an ambulance's job.
They didn't even slow down.
They didn't give a fuck about his house coat or his gun.
And if they're willing to plow through an old man, you got to wonder, what's in the back there? That's got to be a serious medical emergency to cause several more.
The medical emergency is just traveling with them.
They're just taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back every time they turn a corner. We'll come back for him. Don't worry. Thump, 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 thump.
Also, let's talk about how good of an ambulance driver this guy is because it's the middle of the day and the road is empty. Like he was aiming for the man.
I mean, it was a curve. They live on a curve, Jay. What can you do?
Oh, jeez.
You can't see everything.
Should have Tokyo drifted around that shit.
Have the corpse fly out of the back.
On the gurney, it just wheels away.
Oh yeah, and then that also drifts. Because it's got like a life support line, and it's just like, I love it.
Oh shit! Like towing a boat.
That's exactly it. So she gets in her car because her husband is trying to also get into her car.
Yeah, her husband's trying to get anywhere that her skin is.
Yeah, he really wants it. He wants the whole thing.
He apparently he's got ADD though, because the second he realizes he can't run fast enough to catch her, he loses interest and goes after another woman like the world's worst cheater.
Oh yeah, this is old lady just like on her lawn being like, what's happening?
I'll show you, bitch.
Dude's like running like the T2 and chasing down this car she's in, and then he sees one old lady just being like, oh. And
obviously, the whole point of that scene was to illustrate that Zack Snyder has chosen to have zombies run in his movie. Which, it's sort of like Rage Zombies in 28 Days Later, which happens so seldom that I actually prefer it at this point. I don't like slow-ass, shambling zombies that I can walk away from and be in no danger whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because the only way that you get killed then is by surprise.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or you're dumb. Those are the two options.
What I like about these zombies is that even when they're handicapped,
yeah,
they're not really handicapped.
No, and
they figure it out.
I want you to know also those are real amputees.
They certainly are.
That Zack Snyder hired for his movie.
He sure did.
That Asian man does a really good job of only having one arm, and then later a man does an even better job of having no legs at all.
And monkey barring like he was a chimpanzee.
That's right.
Oh my God, it's so good. That's my favorite one.
You can tell
that's my favorite one.
He's been using just his arms his entire life because he's really good at it.
Oh, and he does it at the speed at which a cheetah with no legs would do it. It's so good. It's so good.
It's fantastic.
So she's checking the radio for answers. Oh,
you could have done that yesterday.
Yeah, maybe if you hadn't had a channel flicked so goddamn much to get to the top 40 countdown with Casey Kasem, you might be one step ahead of this thing, bitch.
With Casey Kasem, dude. The fuck?
I couldn't think of another person.
I don't even know who that is.
He's
You should have said George Stroumboulopoulos.
Well, people who aren't in the GTA aren't going to know who this fucking guy is. I think Casey Kasem was on Sirius.
Sure.
I think he was like one of those syndicated radio programs.
Like a Howard Stern?
Like a Howard Stern, like the history of new music with, what's his face?
With fucking some guy.
Alex Cross.
Yeah, some
That's
guy.
His name. God.
Alex Cross is also...
He's been doing that forever.
Is the name of a Born Identity type character in a bunch of like James Patterson books or something.
Yeah, for kids.
I'm not sure that it is. Who's that big black man who does Medea?
Tyler Perry?
Yeah, he's Alex Cross in an Alex Cross movie. You got that, and you got the guy from Lost who breathes super heavy and has apparently lost about 120 pounds.
Jorge?
Because he looks like no. Jack. The main guy.
Oh, I only know Jorge.
Okay.
I've only seen the first season or two of Lost, and I tell you what, Jorge's right there. You sure you're not talking about Jorge?
You really can't miss him.
You can't. He's the guy who looks very jolly.
Yes.
He looks like he'd be a good time to be around.
He'd be a great mall Santa.
Or just a cool guy with weed. I'm sure of it.
So am I.
I'm absolutely sure of it.
There's no way he doesn't have weed. Look
Hey,
at how much he eats.
Hey, Jorge, you got weed? Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
I do have it. What do you think?
So exactly. What the fuck do you think?
Oh my God. So she's driving around. Chaos unfolding around her.
So much so that I gotta stop and watch somebody get massacred on a bus.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck trying to get out of the dangerous situation. Let's watch this murder.
I thoroughly enjoyed at one point she stops and you just hear a guy go, "No!" And he's
A couple stock screams, like the copy-paste bullshit Wilhelms and whatnot in the background.
probably.
The bus driver just, like, tries to carjack her.
Sure does.
And then, like, so don't be surprised when I speed the fuck away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. You know what? You take this.
Like, if you were trying to get in so that you could accompany me on this journey to safety, go around the other side.
Yeah. You don't need to be in the driver's door.
You've
I
done
can
plenty
handle
of
this.
driving today, clearly.
Yeah. Take a break, man. Clearly, you're not good at it.
Neither is she, though, because she had all the time in the world to avoid hitting a tree down a ravine, and she just lets it happen. She's, like, fine in the car.
Her car also blows through that guardrail like marathon tape.
Like the
Like
it
there
wanted to win.
like there was no guardrail there at all. Like it
It's
was
a
an
world
illusion.
record time we're talking about.
Yeah,
here.
apparently.
I just recently, last week, in fact, saw a semi do the same thing.
Well, that's a semi.
And the guy died.
All right. Well, here we go. So,
Yeah.
rip, rippity. Sucks. Shouldn't have done that, I guess.
Well, it pissed me off because they shut down the whole highway to take a dumb detour. Ugh.
Sucks.
Added 20 minutes to my workday.
Oh,
Fuck's sake.
fucking dead guy.
Ugh. Couldn't you have died in your own house? Like, have some courtesy.
Yeah. Do that shit in your own front lawn. So this is the movie intro.
We got some Johnny Cash, When the Man Comes Around.
When the man comes around.
This, Zack Snyder is a real fucking red clown nose the way that he likes to be on it all the time.
You know what? Me and this guy, we love some juxtaposition. That's what we fucking like.
Yeah, so we can get in this zombie movie intro scene just footage of real riots and police brutality.
Yeah, there's definitely a good shot of a cop just clubbing somebody you can't see out of frame.
Right.
Like-
Shooting a man in the face with a beanbag at point blank range.
That sounds horrible.
So much so that probably what's it called? Like the fucking gunpowder residue is probably just on his cheeks. It was like right here,
He probably got burnt.
you know,
He probably got burnt from the fire of
from the white hot bag of beans.
How do those beans not just incinerate, you know?
Such a good question.
We get press conference stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't know fucking shit." So basically, they're like,
That's the whole thing.
the guy's like, "So what is it?" And he's like, we don't fucking know."
And then, like, obviously, like, rabble after that because all the journalists are, like,
Yeah.
freaking out about how they're not getting any answers. But you can hear one woman go, "Is that true?" And he's like, "At what time have I lied?
Does this
I'm
look
telling
like-
the truth so much that it makes me look horrible at my job.
Does this appear to be a good time for a joke?
Did I say knock knock at the beginning of the press conference?
We don't know shit, woman.
Fuck's sake.
Are
2 zombies walk into a bar. You're gonna love this punchline. Your family's dead.
you sure? Are you sure about that one?
I'm working the numbers here, statistically.
So she climbs out of her car, and what is she greeted with, Jay?
Well, a gun right in her face again. She loves having guns in her face. It happens
fucking
like
loves
4
it.
times in this movie.
Oh, yeah, this movie's all guns in the face.
This Andre. So Ving Rhames' name is Kenneth, and then we have Andre and Luda, and a guy named Michael who I Mandela affected to his name to be Ben.
Sure.
I don't know where I got that idea from. I started writing Ben before they just said his name.
That's okay. That
I
is
could
weird.
have
Then,
fucking sworn it was Ben. He
Huh.
looks like one, kinda.
to be honest, he looks like Simon Pegg a little bit. I think.
Yeah, Simon Pegg with beadier eyes.
Just yeah. He's
Something
the only,
untoward about fucking Michael's eyes in this movie.
something important to note about Michael. He's the only white guy in this situation right now.
Yes, that's true.
So don't be surprised when he tries to start bossing everybody around as if he's the only white guy in the situation.
He does indeed take control when faced with Ving Rhames, the massive police officer bodybuilder.
Yeah. Oh my God. So we got Ving. Ving's here with a shotgun in her face, and he's like, "Say something." I don't know if he says it like that, but I feel like he does.
I think that's exactly how he says it.
And then she's just like, "Please."
Yeah,
And that's enough. That's
it
enough.
is. I mean, you spoke English.
Yep.
For all of their memories and familiarity with, like their experiences as human beings, zombies do not speak English in this movie, which is good because I would have turned it right off.
Yeah. Because it would have been bad,
That's right.
and it just would have been a bad movie.
Once again, quite like Emily Blunt in A Quiet Place. I almost said space. Luda, Andre's exotic Russian mail-order bride, has really chosen the worst time to have a child.
Yeah.
Probably just coat hanger that right out.
Yeah, I can't believe she would do that to herself and everybody else.
Later on, there's like this moment of clarity. Andre's played by Taye Diggs, by the way. It's either Taye Diggs or Mekhi Phifer. I can't remember.
Diggs.
Yeah. He's in this conflict because this is when you meet Ving Rhames, when Andre and Michael and Luda all meet Ving Rhames as well as Anna.
They're in a tunnel that's in Thornhill.
Taye Diggs has a moment where he reevaluates his idea of black police after having shot at people who are clearly not ravenous. I thought you were one of them. No, you didn't.
Oh my God.
No, you didn't. You saw a cop, and
Yeah.
you went, I don't want to be near that.
Yeah, Michael's like, he's a cop, man. Yeah, that's probably the first thing he noticed.
Do you think the uniform gave it away? Or the police officer's mustache he has?
Or
he just has that.
Or the not covered in blood and having a conversation
And
like two regular people would.
Yeah, and a police-issued shotgun.
Nah, zombie.
That's probably a zombie.
Couldn't tell.
You know how the zombies don't use guns at all, and he's holding one? He's probably a zombie.
You know how zombies are really sneaky and they're always checking around corners and shit.
And perfectly dressed.
Bastards. Can't tell the difference between cops and zombies. I tell you, it's a disease.
So Ving Rhames is trying to get to Fort Pastor to save his brother.
Yeah, that's his big plan.
Right away, Michael's like, well, change it. That's bad. We tried.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to just be a dick for half of this movie just cuz, though.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what Ving Rhames does. Like, all he gives a shit about is going to Fort Pastor to see his brother. And he's just an asshole to everybody, as if they're in his way. Like, he could have just left at any time.
Yeah, he did.
Who gives a fuck? Like, I don't want you around if all you're going to do is complain about how we're not going to Fort Pastor fast enough.
Right? Like, that's not even where we want to go.
At all. I see a mall right here. It's sick.
Yeah.
What a coincidence. It's called the Crossroads Mall.
The Crossroads. You mean the
Zach.
the Thornhill Shopping Center. Which, by the way, isn't under that bridge.
Which means he changed the name of it to Crossroads Mall, which means it was deliberate to call it that, and I hate him for it.
Well, the mall, in all fairness, was condemned.
All right, fine.
In this shot where they go under the Bayview, I think it's whatever the road is, it's Bayview.
Okay.
Yeah. That mall isn't there.
No, and like I'm pretty sure the overpass isn't there later on when they shoot from the mall outward.
That's correct.
They just change settings, and no, it's fine.
Yeah, just CG them all in there, and everybody's gonna forget about that bridge.
That's fucking hilarious. I didn't even notice.
I had this up, and then and the other screen I had
With the trivia page?
comparison shots of.
Damn, you're going real private detective on this.
Well, I was like, damn, I want to go to the mall, and turns out you can't.
It's done.
They probably put up a fucking 4-story walk-up. I don't know. It sounds fancy, but it's probably not.
They paved paradise and put up a parking lot.
God, they always do.
Sick of it. This is when we get to see the Asian amputee because, again, nobody walks with any fucking urgency in this movie half the time. So we're outside for just long enough for zombies to show up while I try to crowbar the door open.
Yeah.
How about, like, try another door? There are people inside of it.
That's a good point.
You know? And they got security cameras. So, what? Like, it's very obvious that it's a group of people running from zombies. Why does Zack Snyder have a chip on his shoulder about mall security? Because every single one of them's a fucking asshole.
They all are.
Until they have, like, that fucking moment of clarity that, like, oh, yeah, these are my true friends now because it's not like I have much option.
Oh, CJ, I don't like the way you point your gun at people.
Just immediately.
CJ.
CJ.
Fucking love CJ.
So do I.
America always sorts its shit.
He's hilarious.
He's probably one of the best characters. Next to Ty Burrell. You don't like Steve?
I do very much like Steve, and he's easily my favorite character. I just realized that CJ is also the best. Those are the two best characters in the fucking movie.
Oh, yeah.
By far. I was trying to like take stock of what other characters do, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no.
I don't care, Hector.
Those two were the best, and they both fucking die.
Yeah.
Oops.
Pretty spectacular way for CJ, though.
So here,
unnecessary, but spectacular.
yeah, we're here at the Crossroads Mall. We're trying to get this door open. Guns are a pretty good key. They attract zombies, though.
That's true. Most loud noises generally attract zombies.
Just
being loud and not quiet whatsoever.
Apparently, these fucking burning hot deals at the mall attract zombies too.
Yeah. You know what doesn't attract zombies? Throwing an entire porcelain toilet through a fucking glass window. For some reason, that's whisper quiet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They must have put a hush puppy on the toilet.
Just a shoe.
Yep.
It's one of those whisper quiet toilets that you install all the time with
ones.
the one with like the pee button and the poo button. Don't tell me those aren't what those buttons are. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Light and heavy.
That's what they are.
You ever had a heavy piss? I hadn't. No.
That is indeed what they are. All right.
So, yeah, I really enjoyed the guy with the one arm because you don't know he's a zombie.
Right.
Until he turns.
Until he very clearly is one.
It's very obvious because he's just a guy walking, and then all of a sudden he's a guy with no arm and a zombie. It was a good reveal.
It was. Once again, we get to see Speed right there. Just driving the point home. Yeah, guys, just so you know, these zombies are running. I want them to run, so they're running.
The way they probably should.
Yes, like in order to have any element of danger whatsoever.
Yeah, like an obese cheetah isn't doing it for me. I think I can outrun that. This cheetah needs to take a break. So we get in, and we're in a fancy like furniture store of some kind. Anna
immediately, despite having never been here in her life, knows where the back room lights are.
Yeah,
she's like, "Oh, lights right here, bip." Like how you just fucking you spend a lot of time in storage rooms and behind retail stores.
Hey, she had. I mean, you don't just come out of the womb a nurse. You know, if you did, that'd be fucking weird. So they're like, "Oh, we're locked in. Dang, I can't believe we're locked in." Toilet key.
Yeah, that's a skeleton key.
It is.
A toilet through a window, that'll get you into most places and out of most places.
Oh yeah, a toilet heaved in any direction is really it's good. It's gonna do you good. It doesn't matter what it hits.
Now, we just made the loudest fucking noise this mall has ever had in it.
Oh, for sure we have.
So we'll quietly and sneakily walk through the dead center of the mall with all of the lights on, clearly visible to anyone and anything.
Yeah. While Don't Worry Be
Yeah,
Don't Worry Be Happy plays on the fucking PA system.
Listen, you gotta take a beat sometimes and just enjoy some Marley.
And also, there's a Roots in the background, so you're in Canada.
Fuck yeah. Let's also talk about the fact that there's KFC on the dinner table later.
Absolutely.
What did they order out?
Hey.
Who cooked that?
It's not that hard to work those machines. It's not that hard.
It's very obvious that Luda is quite pregnant.
Are you sure?
I'll tell you how I'm sure. She's accentuating her huge pregnant stomach like she has scoliosis. She walks with her back arched forward like she's fucking from behind. Like the whole movie.
Well, she's trying to push it out.
I'm sick of this baby. Let's just go.
Oh, God. Yeah. Good juxtaposition there. I liked the music. The music, this movie, every song is like, ooh, yeah, all right.
I'm all out of love.
I fucking love that part.
So does CJ.
That line was improvised, and then they chose the best song to put over that.
That's fantastic.
Because CJ
didn't know that.
CJ, picture.
If you've seen Chronicle, all right, he's the abusive father in Chronicle.
If you've seen Office Space, he looks like the guy's neighbor. Didrich Dietrich Bader? Is that his
I
name?
have no idea.
Dietrich?
Dietrich, I believe, is how it's pronounced.
Yeah, there you go.
They have they share a mustache. Those two individuals.
They sure do.
Also, this guy's dressed like a fucking mechanic. He works mall security. Also, in the U.S., you're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong, people listening from the United States. But I'm pretty sure standard mall security outfits don't come with guns. I'm pretty sure we're not putting guns in the hands of 24-year-olds after taking a 5-day course and paying $500.
Yeah, I don't. At least these days, I don't think you get a gun.
Never seen it.
I think you might get like a plastic gun.
One like for show.
Yeah,
you might get a soft air gun.
You get like the handle to a gun that just hangs out of your holster for intimidation.
Like half of them don't even have tasers. What's going on in Thornhill, guys?
Oh, there's a fantastic clip of somebody robbing the People's Jewelry store in White Oaks.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it?
I haven't.
Okay,
Someone gets tased, I assume.
No, the exact opposite. You see a guy smashing the thing out with a hammer, grabbing stuff and running, and then the camera follows him, and it just goes past a security guard who takes about 3 to 4 steps after him and then stops. And the guy just keeps going.
That's how much he's paid to walk.
Yeah,
that's the 4 steps right. He needs a fucking donut break after that.
And there's minimum wage. All right, see you guys.
Perfect.
All right, he got away.
Got it. I'm kicking off early, guys. It's been a long one.
This is what insurance is for. Am I right? Am I right, people?
You are literally right about a jewelry store. Of course, it's insured.
Oh, of course it is.
He doesn't give a fuck.
So this is where Michael's like, "Hey, everybody, I'm the whitest male here, and now I'm gonna boss you around."
Ving Rhames responds by essentially saying, "What I'm going to do then is be extremely uncooperative."
He says everything and both nothing at the same time.
That's right.
By aggressively loading his shotgun. Michael takes the hint.
I'm going to establish a stance that says no. And anything you could possibly have to say.
How many more bullets do I got to put in this gun before you realize I'm not going anywhere? God, you know what? Ving Rhames has some pretty good lines too.
He does.
Oh, you're going with me? Nah, you're going with me.
Sure. Fuck y'all.
Yep.
That's it.
That's
his whole character. That's summed up in 2 words right there. Fuck y'all.
So, Andre goes, he finds like a security room and a jump scare.
That's right.
A little jump scare there. How these zombies aren't just punching through the glass, I don't understand. Like, the mall is basically got the bottom floor is just glass.
Apparently it's shatterproof. So there's that.
I widened my eyes and gave a look of, okay, buddy.
Well, they can't just let the zombies get inside the mall. It ruins everything.
It does. It does ruin everything, Jay.
I wrote here, and I don't remember the context, but it must have been a dialogue scene, trying to drum up tension in the clothing section of a sport check.
Oh, so that is when Michael he has walked to the sporting goods store, and he hears something in the dressing room.
Right. So what we do is open the door.
Yeah. First of all, we
grab a croquet mallet. Which, what are you gonna do with that?
You trade your crowbar in for a croquet mallet. Yeah.
Not the best choice.
No.
Especially with zombie blood, because if you're hitting that guy in the head, he's going to explode.
Yeah, and also so is your wooden croquet mallet.
That's true. That's exactly what happens.
This is the perfect example of paving paradise and putting up a parking lot. God damn it. You don't know what you got till it's gone. The crowbar, buddy. Pick it up. Anyway. So yeah.
In a place where zombies definitely would have heard that fucking window smash with a toilet going through it and shattering into a million pieces on the fucking tile.
Well, here's the thing, Jay. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody in this mall yet.
Right. So it's empty.
We're making sure, but I can hear something on the other side of that door.
It doesn't sound like a person.
I'll tell you right, it's a fucking zombie.
It sounds like a badger having a bad day.
I saw what was out there.
That was enough for me. I'm not opening doors with sounds behind them for the rest of my life.
Exactly. How do we know that? You know that that's what's in there.
Yes.
Go get Ving.
Here's the thing.
Well,
why did we split up at all in the first place, guys? Why didn't we just explore the mall as a group, taking them out one store at a time? You know, like a reasonable plan.
Because then the tension wouldn't have built up.
Oh, yeah, the tension.
And Ving didn't want to go.
Yeah. Well, he can stay by the fountain.
Ving's got a thing for ring-a-ding, which is loading his gun and sitting silently. That's what I call it.
Okay.
yeah, because it only attacks him because he opens the door.
That's right. Would have been fine.
Would have been absolutely fine.
Thank God the croquet mallet split in half perfectly to form a javelin
Yeah.
that I can put through his head.
A Buffy the Vampire slaying spike.
That's
that
right.
Goes, yeah, right up and right through the chin, up through the top of the cap there.
Don't know if you noticed, but that's also how he kills himself at the end of the movie.
I love it. Good.
Just tying everything up in a neat little bow on that one.
A neat little bow that's got brains all over it.
Yeah, a neat little, not at all clean bow.
Yeah, so like why did you open the
It's a great question. Didn't need to.
Later in the movie, Ving comes by and he takes care of it. Or somebody does. Somebody walks around and shoots all the zombies.
Yes, I think it's just everybody procedurally.
Yeah, like it's gonna
When they come back down and fucking Ben Cozine in the fountain.
Yeah.
The scene that you hate.
Yeah. Where he pops the back of that guy's skull cap out. And yeah. So that's that.
He didn't even need to get into that fight because he opens the door and they do that thing where the zombie pauses because he realizes there's food nearby.
Yep, slam the door.
You could have just shut that. You could have just shut that and been fine with it.
Yeah, he would have went right back to his business after a while.
Yeah. It would be like leaving a bathroom at a party and saying, don't go in there.
Yeah, the last thing somebody's going to go in there is... the last thing somebody's going to do is go in there and smell your shit. That's... Oh, don't go in there?
Thanks for announcing it. I'm going right in there.
Let me see why. Yeah, this is... We get a little back at the fountain. There's a little... I don't know where this security guard comes from.
The fucking... So, Ben... Like, I assume they just... he got bit and they left him down there.
But, like... How do you sneak up on these people?
Great question. How did anybody sneak up on anyone if they're a zombie? Because they don't.
You're in the middle of an open mall.
You probably saw him.
You're making gurgling sounds.
Yeah. Following
Dripping.
the scent of warm body.
Yeah, you can hear the footsteps. Look around you. I don't know.
No, he just fucking appears.
He basically drops in from the sky.
That's right.
And attacks. What's her name? Luda. Ludacris?
Yeah, Ludacris.
I just called her the bride
That's fine.
or the Russian.
Or the mail order.
Mm-hmm. I might have just put exotic woman.
That's the whole plan, right? Like you should have. Different.
Different but same.
You get the mail order, right? And then you impregnate her right away because then she can't just leave with your money.
You're damn right.
Now she's stuck with a kid.
Yeah, and that's what she wants.
When
She's so
everybody
happy.
sort of regroups here, all of a sudden there's urgency. Like Andre didn't see Michael get attacked. Nobody saw Michael get attacked. In fact, all they heard was, nothing because it wasn't a gunshot. It was a croquet mallet that was used as a spike. So I don't know why suddenly everyone's running. Michael should be the only one frightened. As far as everybody else is concerned, the place is still empty.
True.
But nah, we're going to run to the elevator, and we're going to be met with guns in our face again. Man, I'm getting tired of that.
Me too.
How come everybody says hello with a gun? Oh, because America.
Right? Technically. That was the scene where Ving cuts his arm and then nothing happens. He rolls around in the zombie water and nothing happens.
After these three security guards treating the mall like they fucking own it. Like they own it and have a personal stake in every single store in the mall.
Well,
they're sitting on their life savings apparently because you guys can't even traipse through here.
Well, here's the thing. You don't see Mr. Crossroads coming down and being like, "This is my mall, get out."
Well,
it's first come, first served.
Oh, it's like a hierarchy
keepers.
thing?
It's gotta be. Like,
I was mall security, so I'm one step above just a civilian in the mall.
Well, they were there first, and they have guns, you see.
Well, Ving Rhames also has a gun, and so does Andre. I found it kind of funny. I think it's CJ who says, I'm not the one with the gun pointed in my face, and they cut right to Andre pointing the gun in his face.
No.
I was like,
God.
yeah, you indeed are the one with a gun in your face.
Yeah. And they don't want to let him in. And I think one of the reasons, because like the one guy's like, "And you made a mess of Metropolis."
Yeah, that dirty toilet. I watched you do it. It did nothing.
Yeah, fucking. And then when this is all over, somebody's gonna have to clean that up.
Might as well be you.
Yeah, I don't know why they're so hurt about the broken glass. It's a big mall.
It's not like we're gonna be open for business after Easter Sunday here.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little more than a new paint job on the outside to really.
That's a start.
Yeah,
you can't really paint over guts.
Most of the patrons are pasted around the outside anyway. Oh boy! So yeah, we go upstairs. We're met with guns. After a long, drawn out conversation.
Yeah.
Okay,
all right,
fine.
let's go back down, and you gotta clean up glass and broken toilet now, like janitors.
Yeah.
Also, CJ calls Ving Rhames Shaq to his face.
Oof.
Take a step back on that one.
Yeah, maybe.
Take a step, Shaq. Because I would. How are you the most jacked guy, and you're gonna say a racism right to his face?
Yeah.
During a tense situation, he's holding a shotgun. That's cause.
Well, I think he's like, you want in here? This is the kind of things we say.
You better get used to that. Fucking LeBron. Just black people. Like
yeah. Well, I felt kind of bad. I'll let you finish that sip of coffee there. Jay.
Yeah.
Jay.
Mm-hmm.
For the first half of this movie, I had Ving Rhames mixed up with Michael Clark Duncan, and I was waiting to make a joke about just bringing a mouse back to life.
Oh, they're not the same.
No, they're
guy.
not. They're just big, scary guys.
Yeah, they're also both dead. So good job respecting that. Is Ving Rhames still alive? Because Michael Clark Duncan is not.
Ving Rhames is still alive.
Okay.
I learned this in my tertiary Google of.
I thought for sure Ving had died as well.
I'm pretty sure he's still alive.
All right.
At some point here where they bring him into like Best Buy or like the TV store to let him see what's going on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you,
fucking Tom Savini.
I was gonna say I know Tom Savini when I fucking see him.
You sure do. Once again, telltale mustache.
Telltale mustache, glasses and earrings.
That's right.
You've seen Tom Savini once. You've seen Tom Savini every time.
And being disrespectful to corpses.
Oh my
God.
God.
Also his favorite thing to do.
Yeah, it is. Shoot that one in the head.
It's a twitcher.
It's just this lady
which is
rolling
racist.
around.
That's a new racism.
It is because
That's the pejorative for zombies now.
Yeah,
what are you, fucking twitcher? Twitcher's only bathroom.
I didn't like the way they were saying it later. They're like, Twitchers, huh? Yeah, I'll be using that one later.
Yeah, that fucking guy. The guy who clearly looks like he's in the Klan. He took a liking to that word way too quickly.
He put that right deep in his pocket for later. And he pulls it out immediately.
To describe his friend.
Yeah. He didn't even look around to see if there was another one around.
Nope. He's just fucking running with it.
Twitcher. And then he turns and like there's a zombie there. Like, I heard that.
Now you're getting bit twice.
Oh, come on now. I thought
we were past this.
Yeah, it's
what happened to progress, guys?
Oh my God.
I may be undead, but I'm still a person.
Yeah. CJ is astounded almost to the point of being offended that the fact that this pregnant lady has to go to the bathroom.
It's unbelievable that you have an 8-pound rock sitting on your bladder right now.
You gotta piss?
God. Just do it there.
This is your first time pissing since you've been here? I can't believe this. Again? Again with this first time? Jesus Christ.
Like Hitler with the bathroom, these fucking security guards.
They are. They're like Hitler with everything.
Yeah, they lock him in a store that has a fake bathroom in it.
Yeah, and you...
Like, what kind of middle finger right to your face is that?
And like,
yeah, that's what a toilet looks like if it worked.
You fucking know. You know in your heart.
They used it?
Yeah, well, that's how they found out.
Yes, how else would you?
Exactly.
Nobody's going in there and just hitting the flush button just to see.
Hey, there's a shit that won't go away in here. It's a shit in the toilet, sir.
Why is the toilet paper one solid plastic roll like a model home?
Well, why am I able to pick the toilet up?
Why is it made of wax?
My shit's not going anywhere. Why won't my shit go anywhere?
Fuck.
God. So we're gonna patch up Ving with Life brand bandages. Thanks, Canada.
Hey, you'll never know what Life brand is anywhere else.
No, or at all anymore. I don't think. I think
I think it got fizzled out.
it did.
What was it, like Rexall?
It's Shoppers.
It's Shoppers?
Because they definitely have Life brand tampons in Ginger Snap at the Shoppers Drug Mart.
Yeah, they fucking do.
With the old Shoppers Drug Mart signage. And you fucking know where you are. You're in a Shoppers Drug Mart. Look at it.
It's so fucking funny seeing things that are familiar in movies.
Oh, it's great.
Holy shit.
I love
It
it.
makes it real. It makes it feel real.
It does.
You know?
Michael, he's still trying to take charge of the situation.
He is. I really like the number of people who aren't receptive to his particular brand of leadership just increase.
So he has to, I mean, CJ's the kind of guy where you can be like, you had this idea, didn't you? And he's like, well, I sure did. Because he's like, well, I mean, you probably already thought about painting an SOS thing on the roof, eh? And doing some other thing. I forget what he said.
Yeah. Making signs on the roof for help. And then, I don't know, some kind of fucking shit in Metropolis, which is just the ground floor of the mall. Why does it have a different name than the mall?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out why they were so upset about that.
It doesn't make a lick of sense. But yeah, so Michael's just like, hey, like, I'm gonna cater to your ego for 5 seconds here by phrasing this as if you thought of it. And then CJ's like, yeah, I did have that. That did cross my mind, didn't it?
I had that fucking thought about an hour ago. Huh.
All right, go up there. How? This is where we meet Andy as well, of Andy's Gunworks.
Oh, Andy.
Now, my question to you, Matt. Do we live in some kind of bizarre parallel universe where people can paint at light speed like Jackson Pollock? Or is everybody just fucking blind? Because they get like 4 signs off before they notice the gun store, literally across the street, has a guy on the roof with a sign.
They're just unobservant.
He could have fired a shot or something to get their attention.
Well, yeah, it's kind of on him then, too, isn't it?
It is a little. Also, he's clearly emaciated already.
They both have binoculars.
That's true.
And also, how's he emaciated? It's been a day.
Well, look at him.
Andy, you got to get out of... This guy's just Dale Gribble. Paranoid as fuck in the basement, just never leaving the gun store.
Yeah, well, he cares more about his guns than he does eating, apparently.
And the government trying to see what he's up to? Seems like Andy.
He does. So in the DVD version of this movie, it's the same version, but on the DVD, one of the bonus features was a video diary that Andy makes.
Okay.
Sort of over like the course of a week.
I'm kind of
leading up
interested
to him getting bit and infected. And I believe right there in that video diary, he does indeed talk about how the government's trying to ruin everything.
I love it. I love it. He probably thinks the government did this.
He's one false bus stop away from becoming anti-trans.
Yeesh.
Transportation.
Thank God.
Oh, I meant both.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So, fucking Andy sees a helicopter.
Yeah. Does nobody else see or hear the helicopter? He's got to physically point it out to them. It flies right over the fucking mall.
It's not a little helicopter.
No, it's a military helicopter. The one that, like, tanks come out of.
the one that gives birth to tanks.
That's right. Nobody fucking notices, though, until he goes, hey, look. From so far away, you can't hear him before the helicopter, for sure.
Oh, my God. I just love it. Andy's he's just got really good ears, I guess. So it just keeps going. No, it doesn't help shit. Doesn't stop. No way it doesn't see the signs.
I don't give a shit about you. Well, even if he saw the signs, there's no way he gave a fuck. That's too many people. Like, it's got a weight restriction. Who are we sacrificing? Probably Ving, because big.
Well, he would be the tank. He'd have to come back for him.
Fair. That's right. Baffling to me that CJ is still trying to protect this mall like he's going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Because the bathroom doesn't work in the place that they're locked in overnight. So, during a moment of weakness, the one pliable young security guard is like, okay, well, I guess I'll let you out so that you can do human being things instead of just being kenneled dogs in this mall, basically.
Even a jail cell has a working toilet.
So then, like, they fucking just get clothes and shit, and they come up on the roof, and CJ's just pissed off that you put a shirt on.
I can't believe this.
How dare you?
We can't have
use the mall.
Can't have you walking around stealing shit because nothing's gonna go out of business. You're gonna ruin these nobody businesses,
right?
That nobody's ever gonna work in ever again because it's nothing.
It's nothing at all.
How dare you have
to
these
like
goods?
nuke this city than try and like fucking Levi's isn't coming in with a truck. Like I better get my merchandise out of here.
Yeah, merchants certainly aren't cutting ties with places because they're not getting their dues. You know, like guys haven't made a fucking pant order in a long time.
That's weird.
What's up, Blue Notes? What are you doing?
Blue Notes, dude.
I couldn't think of another pants store.
That's funny.
I don't know why he's so concerned with them stealing shit when...
It doesn't, like, it's the last thing you need to care about right now.
Yeah.
There's zombies outside, man.
And like, it's around here, I'm pretty sure, where I don't know why every zombie movie, every zombie movie,
Okay.
nobody knows what a zombie is.
No, that's right.
What's that? I don't know. Never heard of a zombie before.
I
Never
haven't
heard
been
of it.
part of pop culture since 1968.
Yeah, shit. What? Left 4 Dead? Never played that. Never heard of that. What's that? This movie, the same movie 20 years ago? Ain't never heard of that shit. What is that?
This shambling horde, the two words that you would use to describe zombies? Certainly no, though.
No.
No, it's some kind of, it must be a disease.
Yeah.
These people they got the flu real bad.
They really need that vaccination. They're going to get better. This is going to get better. People are going to heal from this.
It'll be fine.
Nature's going to retake.
It's just time. So in the meantime, let's not, steal from them all.
Yeah, come on, guys. We live in a society. That's all. CJ's just trying to keep things, just some semblance of normalcy,
I mean,
he's trying to keep those goddamn alarms from going off.
Oh yeah, the 8 a.m. alarm. Why wouldn't you think to turn that shit off? It's like your job.
Why are you so startled by it?
Yeah, you'd think that it would be like, so you'd have like a Pavlovian response and just start salivating.
Yeah, like this is not your first rodeo in the mall.
It can't be. They work there.
Oh God. There's a TV preacher who's on TV.
That TV preacher is the only black man in the original Dawn of the Dead.
I knew he was somebody. I knew he was something.
He's in something else too, and I can't place
I'll tell you who he's not. Candyman.
That's right.
Because I looked that up.
Well, that's Tony Todd.
I was like, this guy kind of looks like...
I could have told you to your face.
I was like, he kind of looks like a guy. I did
Candyman? That regardless of his own personal convictions, he was fully willing to be like, yeah, gays are the problem. There's zombies because gays. You guys fuck in the butt, and now there's zombies everywhere.
That is...
There's got to be a correlation.
He doesn't even try and, make it poetry.
Nope.
He's like, fucking in the butt is what makes this happen. God sending God sending demons to
when
Earth.
there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Because you fucking the butt.
It's the
because gays are fucking. That's why.
Fucking sick of these gays getting married, dude. Hell must be just a fantastic orgy.
Oh yeah.
There's no way that it's not.
It's certainly a bisexual one. That's for sure.
And I mean, hey. Now before we get to everybody deciding that we're now going to use the mall. We're not quite there yet.
We're not quite.
I can't gloss over it. Now, earlier in this podcast, we mentioned a character, a security guard, who, when hearing a fun derogatory term for an entire group of individuals, got quite excited about his ability to use it.
He perked up.
Yeah. Just in case you thought that was a leap of judgment, he calls his friend a faggot right out loud for wanting a nice foamy latte. That's all it took. That's it. Sends him down there to shut the alarms off because shit rolls downhill and he's the one who gets to eat it. And then he wants a coffee. That makes him a faggot.
It's not even him that wants the coffee. It's CJ.
That's right.
And so really, he's getting called this for no reason.
At all.
And the second I heard them say it, I was like, I know, Jay's going to say it twice. I know he's going to find a way to say it twice.
So happy to have not disappointed.
As hard as he can.
That's correct. Because he says it like he's ashamed at the fact that it exited his mouth. Like he stopped acting for a minute. I was like, oh boy.
Oh, that's going to be used against me.
I can never get a Twitter account now.
Well, here we are.
Right here is where I wrote, Andre has the most blindingly white teeth. And it's not because his skin is quite dark. I don't know if it's veneers or what. But every time he opens his fucking mouth, I cannot see anything.
I think it's just like...
It's like getting flash from a welding torch.
Yeah, I think it's just good clean brushing.
Good dental hygiene?
That's
what it is?
Look, Jay, some people brush their teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And they floss, and they go to the dentist regularly.
Yeah, what's that?
You're looking at it. You're looking. Look right in Andre's mouth.
Last time I went to the dentist was to get wisdom teeth removed. I still have one. He physically could not get it out.
It's a bad dentist.
He had one of those like fucking stainless steel spikes, and he's trying to pull on it, and I bent it with my tooth.
It's bad dentist.
And he fucking pulled it out of my mouth. He's like, "Look at this." All right, man.
Well, he shouldn't say it like that.
No, he sure shouldn't. He also shouldn't let my blood spray all over his fucking mask. That's really unnerving when somebody's inside your mouth.
You got a real look at what it's like to be a zombie, though. I bet you kind of got the experience just shooting blood in people's faces.
Yeah, I did. I got it. Yeah, it was first-person perspective, like hardcore Henry.
Oh, you know what? Not even a zombie. Just that lizard that when it gets upset, it just
That inky lizard.
the lizard that's like, "What do you want? Some eye blood?" Ba-ba!
Hey, enjoy. Gross ass eye blood. Oh my god. The only two black people in the entire fucking movie need to have a powwow in the bathroom because they're the only two black people in the movie.
They're from two different worlds.
Yeah, and are those worlds colliding?
Oh, you really trust somebody who's gonna sell? Or no, do you want to follow somebody who's gonna sell TVs?
But as much as I like following someone who steals them, making a lot of racial assumptions about your own kind.
I feel like I want them to have like an assorted history in the past. I want like maybe
they do.
In.
Yeah, I mean it's a cop and a guy who didn't deny the fact that he's a thief.
Yeah,
he commits crime for money.
He certainly didn't blink when he said that at all.
So they're in the bathroom and Ving Rhames, well, he's not too impressed with this criminal because like it's his job to persecute these people, prosecute, not persecute. But that all changes when he goes, "I have a kid though coming." That's all it takes for you to change your entire opinion of me and give me a little bit of integrity is the fact that I did the thing that too many human beings do anyway.
I put cum in a lady.
I did the easiest part of being alive.
I put cum in a lady and I didn't go nowhere.
Isn't that a shocker? Surprise!
Yeah,
that's exactly why Vinger's like, oh shit, he's better than most of us.
Yeah, he really wants He really wants Ving to have a good opinion of him.
I didn't up and leave right away.
He works really hard by proving that particular point.
So while fucking, what's his name there, actually? Terry. Effete, ineffectual, soft peanuts Terry. Notices on the security system that there is a truck. There's a truck right outside.
Yeah.
Now, that truck is being driven by a woman named Norma who really hates parking signs. She had every other opportunity to swerve around the one single sign that's in the divider between the road and the parking lot. And she's like, no, fuck that sign. I'm busy.
This is the exact way I need to be, though.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, oh my god. She does that. She also, first of all, knows there's people in the back of it. It's a cube van. The cube is not attached to the cab. Separate
That's right.
Things. So there's 6 people in the back of this vehicle.
So let me back it in super hard and slam it against the fucking bay door to the mall and give everybody a concussion.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if there's people in the back there, they're not all in one piece anymore.
Nah, we need a wheelbarrow for at least one of them.
Oh, and they do.
They do, because she is not a small lady.
No, she's not. And you look at her. Leave her outside.
Dude,
I look 1 minute. I take one. I'm not even a medical. I haven't even been to one school.
Leave her at the church. I don't get it. Oh, she was fine and walking upright like 30 minutes ago. Yeah, now she's not though. Now she's not at all. She's so sick with zombie virus that I noticed that before I noticed how fat she was.
I noticed that before I noticed that they were carting her in a wheelbarrow.
They sure were.
Oh my god.
Like a pig. How disrespectful.
Not even a pig, because like a pig would be moving around. Like a pumpkin. Like a prize-winning pumpkin at the fair. First prize. Look at the lumps.
This fucking gourd of a woman.
And then the bottom still looks the exact same.
Holy shit.
Like a big old butthole. So yeah, like leave her outside.
Leave her in the truck.
First of all, leave her outside.
Yeah.
Not one of these people has an emotional connection to her. You just don't want to. People look at her though.
That's exactly right.
Look at her. Look at out there. Look at her again.
Also, they came from a church called Saint Verbena. And I don't have any fun facts about the name Verbena, but Steve makes it painfully clear that he knows what zombies are, and we've seen many of them. That's why we're here now and not there. So naturally, we brought one with us.
Oh, yeah. We wanted to show you. Not only do we bring one, half the fucking people
Yeah.
we brought.
Yeah, everybody I've seen get bit turns into a zombie or just dies. But you're probably good though.
This one's on the hand, so we're good.
Oh yeah, it's on the hand and he's tall and looks like Frankenstein's monster, so probably it's not going to get any worse for him.
No, his skin was translucent and sweaty when he
Just
came
always.
out. Yeah, that's how he came out of the womb.
Nicole, his daughter, said that he's constantly wet.
And we got that vouching for him, don't we?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll just take a gand. Now, another Tucker the trucker. I had to get that out because despite the fact that Norma is the one driving the truck, there is a guy named Tucker in this movie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
if he's not part of that convoy, I don't give a fuck.
He's the hurt foot guy because he's also got an injury, and they're like, well, we're gonna have to shoot him too.
Yeah, and he's like, nice, I just fell, which is what everybody who gets bit by a zombie says when they're lying. So yeah, bullet to the head.
Yeah, I fell right into a mouth.
Like when you get caught cheating and you're just like, I tripped.
I tripped and fell into a vagina with my penis, but it's okay.
I always fall penis first.
We're both fine.
Anna once again being a shitty nurse because she takes her attention away from the woman who's clearly dying, like right now, to address a scratch on a man's hand. Let's get that looked at and cleaned up. Never mind cleaning up the face and body of this pile of shit over here.
Yeah, she's got an infection. Well,
I've never seen an infection this bad without a fever. Sounds different.
She's cold, huh? Well, even healthy people aren't fucking cold. Maybe you leave her outside. You have a barrel.
You could just
with a wheel.
push it. You just push it and let it go like a shopping cart.
Oh, yeah. You literally put her in a shopping cart and push. Nah, she wouldn't fit.
You could make it happen though.
Maybe one of those
effort.
one of those like big ones from like Food Basics.
You need the cart from the first Jackass movie.
The one from that car dealership downtown?
That's exactly right. Yes. I pass by that all the time. I'm like, I wonder if I could just take that. I want it so bad. It probably doesn't wheel.
It has a car in it, right?
Yeah, a little like Mini Cooper.
I love it. We glossed over the part where there's this discussion between, first of all, I only know CJ's name. I called everybody else security.
Okay.
So that might get confusing
Well,
for you.
I don't know what that fuckface racist's name is, but I know the other one's name is Terry.
All right, so security, and CJ. This is where they like let their guard down and get overtaken.
Yeah.
And CJ and racist.
Yes.
Or is it Terry?
Terry's the one that sees a girl grieving the death of her entire family and decides that he wants to put it in her.
No, he's a really nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pretty cool guy. So yeah, he's. I don't know how they all are just like. Well, then he's fine. The one. We'll let the one stick out here, but. Like, why wouldn't you put them all in? They're all together. They're all on the same team.
Well, because, Terry takes the gun and then fucking turns it on his two pals. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's a trust earning exercise and he passed.
Ah.
You know?
Or is it a lie? And did he lie?
He didn't, because they're stuck playing cards and listening to a man confess his gay experiences from childhood, which is not great.
I love
like
that.
15 and a pool boy. Why did you have to make the relationship predatory? Why couldn't it be like I met a kid at camp?
Because he's got to try shoes on, too.
Holy shit.
It's the whole spectrum. It can't just be a gay man. It had to be every aspect of what would make your dad sad.
That's right. Oh, fuck. They really did him dirty, man. Like, he couldn't have been like a respectful gay. No, he's got to be like the pervy gay. I work at a church because there's boys around it. I like to play organs.
What organs?
He goes, I don't believe in God.
Specify.
He's like, I'm deliberately choosing to play the organ at a church because it gives you the most access to kids.
I mean, he doesn't say that, but he does with his eyes.
He says it with a wetness in his eyes, recanting the story of when he was essentially molested.
You got to read between the lick lips. Or the lip licks.
Lick Lips is just somebody's Swedish last name.
Johann Lick Lips.
This actually sounds Jewish.
So, CJ says something about, like, he'll kill everybody to stay alive. That's just... In case you didn't know what kind of guy CJ
that's
is.
True.
That I felt like that line really cemented his character.
Yeah, until the third act, when everything changes.
Everything.
Everything changed after 9/11.
Mm-hmm. Especially in 2004. Many years after it. So we get the truck occupants in, and and then blah blah blah.
Like Ving Rhames is like, what about Fort Pastor? Because my brother's there, and Steve basically just like looks him in his face and goes, "Your brother's ground meat." Like he's so fucking sarcastic about it.
Oh yeah, everybody's dead there. Everybody? And you're sure they're dead? Well,
in the sense that they fell down and then got back up and started eating each other.
Yeah,
which is a good way to describe zombies.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And Ving Rhames is like, well, I'm not going to take your word for it because you're clearly an asshole. So I'm going to go by myself. And this is when he says, fuck y'all. And then he doesn't, because he goes back onto the roof. Now, he's made a bit of a bond during this musical montage with Andy. So I believe, he goes up to the roof to inform him, because I don't know at what point Ving Rhames changes his mind unilaterally, because he left. He's like, fuck y'all, I'm going to Fort Pastor. Then he climbs a flight of stairs and has resigned to the fact that Fort Pastor is no longer an option. Because he sure as fuck tells Andy that.
I think he sees, like, all of the people out there. Because, he goes up and Andy's like, what's the info? And he's like, there's people... Or what does he say? There's, like, people and no help is coming?
Fort like Pastor's gone, no help's coming.
Yeah.
I think. And then, Andy hilariously, so what's the bad news? Which is something that I would say probably in that situation.
Well, yeah. This is the part where the big lady dies.
Yeah.
Security just, like, watches her die.
Yeah, he does. He's like, Anna? Let's shut her eyes just long enough and put a fucking blanket over her just long enough for her to get up and scream run at me.
Oh, my God.
Damn. And they really did not compromise her size or do anything to make her look any good whatsoever when she's running.
No.
Those jubblies are all over the place.
It was needed.
Holy fuck.
I mean...
Fucking chick looks like Mr. Boogedy from Nightmare Before Christmas.
You can't just have all sleek, slender zombies.
No, you gotta have one Dumpington, I believe is the phrase.
Don't say Dumpington.
The ham galaxy. I literally called her a ham in my notes.
When you say Dumpington, I picture a big Paddington bear. And like
Dumpington bear, dude.
And he's like a burden on the family that he's staying with.
Too much marmalade. My raincoat doesn't fit anymore.
We can't just keep giving you marmalade. Marmalade. It's like just halfway to diabetes.
Fucking Seth MacFarlane's Cavalcade Fat Jesus.
Yeah. God damn. So what do we do? Because this dude's bit on the hand. Jay? We need a solution.
Well, here's what we do.
Quarantine him?
We'll kill him.
Oh.
We'll kill him immediately.
Oh. What But not in front of his daughter, though.
No, just right where he's sitting, in front of his daughter and everyone else. I'll bring the gun over.
Oh, so not at all discreetly, then?
No, not only are we going to murder him before he turns into a zombie, I'm announcing it to everyone.
Yeah. Oh, his daughter probably wants to know that, being that she's right there.
Being that she's right there.
In the splash zone.
And then he... She forgot her Free Willy coat.
Oh, boy.
I like that. He goes, she just lost her mom and brother, so I'm all she's got left. Hey, thanks for that. Like, I'm struggling with the fact that I have to end a human life. Let's add emotional trauma and turmoil to it.
Yeah, that doesn't
it doesn't really change anything. Yeah, fuck. Thanks for your life fucking story. Now it's over.
Yeah, we really got a loud period to end the sentence with here.
So, all right, fine. We'll just put him over here somewhere and wait. Wait for the inevitable, really.
It does not take long.
No, not at all. It's almost like he realized that he was dead and was like, well, I might as well get a move on.
I think, this is where, Andre gets his baby mama set up in the carousel, which is the kids'
I don't give a
store.
shit about Luda or her fucking zombie at all. Like, she doesn't need to exist. She exists so that you could make a zombie baby in your movie.
Yeah.
That's it.
Which ended up being the most memorable part of the film for me.
Well, that's horrifying. It's fucking horrifying.
I've never seen it happen before. What other movie has that shit going on in it?
Probably Rosemary's Baby.
We'll find out one day.
It's Cooties.
Better not be in Cooties. So, Andre's looking at this like scrape on her arm that the zombie did, and he's like, "Oh, look, it's already starting to heal." But the funny thing is that I've never seen somebody with like a medical doctorate,
right,
put a handgun down their pants before they examine a wound. Because usually it's like in a holster.
Just in the field, World War II.
Again, they usually have like a holster.
You raise a great point.
It's just in his track pants waistband.
That's right.
Just wanted to let you know that's...
It's fine. We could have consulted Anna on it.
They didn't even sanitize the area.
It doesn't matter.
Just a handgun.
Nah, Andre knows what he's doing for this Russian woman that barely speaks English.
And she doesn't want to have her baby in the mall. Well, guess what?
You feel free. Grab an Uber to the hospital, Luda.
Yeah. Go see what the see if they've got a bed for you down at the hospital.
Yeah, just go outside and hail a cab.
You know how Canadian hospitals are so famously quickly moving. So many beds just open and waiting.
Dude, if there's ever a zombie outbreak in southwestern Ontario, we're kind of fucked. Nobody's going for medical attention. Well, you're just like sitting in the waiting room like, well, I might as well turn into a zombie. I got all day.
Yeah, like who the fuck has the time for that? They're like treating people with like black eyes and
they're busy.
Chipped fingernails first. Gotta get all these minor energies out before the dead people are even looked at.
Amazing order of operations at these hospitals up here.
I actually have no idea. It's probably much worse than the chipped teeth and broken fingernails. But
I mean,
anyway,
so much so that the fucking the way to game the system is when they ask you for your pain scale, don't say a number below 8 ever.
Oh yeah, I'm
even
in the
if
most
you stub
pain.
your toe. Like I'm dying right now.
You don't look like it.
Well, I feel
Believe
like it.
me.
If you were in here, dude, fuck.
Oh, see that. Oh, see.
It's you guys better get on it.
I'm gonna need a bandage and a bunch of pills.
I wrote here and starred this whale's death though. When she just gets fire poked in the fucking head to death. Like
You mean when she gets harpooned? I'm a terrible person.
She is white.
I'm a terrible person. I'm a terrible person.
Well, you just made the joke that I gave you the pieces. You just put the puzzle together.
Yeah, that's true. So we're gonna shoot this fucking guy, eh?
Yeah.
We don't give a shit what they're gonna name this baby. We've already decided Andre and Ludacris here.
Yeah. No, they can't decide whether we want a Russian name or a fucking African name.
I don't even know.
Either way, nobody at school is going to be able to pronounce it. So you fuck the kid's childhood regardless.
Why don't you just name it just like a nice Russian name like Jeff or Steve?
A nice Russian name like a series of boxes in a row.
Because your fucking phone.
You ever see that goddamn Russian language written?
Well,
it looks like Qbert.
It looks like they just took all of our letters and were like upside down and backwards, please.
Please and thank you. Add one that looks like a small hat.
I want everything to look like a number.
Fuck's sake.
Please and thank you. They're very polite.
They're like squatting and tracksuits. It's like their favorite things.
Oh yeah, large bottles of vodka and the fucking backwards letter R. It's like their top 10 favorite things right there.
Yep. Blinnies.
So yeah, we're just standing. We're just waiting for this guy to die, and he knows it's coming.
Yeah,
and Ving knows it's coming.
So what? His last words are just about time. Great. The fucking guy looks like he just finished his dissertation about different kinds of fungus. It's like the most boringest man on earth.
Ving doesn't even look like he's listening. He's just cradling his shotgun like a baby.
This is like, oh, whatever. It's a matter of time, eh? T-minus? The
Pretty
second
much.
you fall asleep, don't take a nap in my presence. I'm like fucking Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, I don't know why he even waited for him to wake back up. He's closing his eyes. Shoot him.
Yeah. Shoot him the second he breaks eye contact with you.
Yeah.
That's what you're here to do.
Like, at the end of the day, like, where nobody's going back into the store because of the mess. Who cares when it happens?
Fuck.
Just do it.
Oh my god. If anything, it's like a dick move, because I'm just sitting there waiting to get shot in the head.
Yeah. So
at least when Tucker asks, it happens right away. Good on CJ for that.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God somebody can pull a trigger around here.
Fuck's sake.
So then we cut back to Anna and Michael, and Anna's like, I'm really glad you didn't do that. You didn't shoot him. That was really nice of you.
Bang! Gunshot.
Yeah.
No, it turns out I just pawned it off on someone else, Anna.
Exactly.
I just didn't want to be the one with my hand on it.
The old switcheroo. What was
Surprise.
that? I think Ving sneezed back there.
Let's bang in a bus later. They create a bang bus, Matt.
Do they bang in a bus?
Yes, they do.
Because
Because showing off the fact that you can cut a torso in half with a chainsaw is an aphrodisiac.
I thought they just made it a little bit.
I mean, I can only assume they banged, but with that being said, in your defense, Ving Rhames didn't look that impatient when they showed up.
Yeah, that's true.
Either way,
And also, like, when
really got over her husband quick.
yeah,
It was
when
like
the
3
fuck?
days it took.
And all it took was him being like, yeah, look at this. I left a gap for a chainsaw. She's like, well, that's romantic.
It's enough for me.
And he's like, well, I'm trying. When did this even happen? You guys haven't exchanged more than a glance this whole
Also,
fucking
like,
film.
Why is he saying it as if she's entitled to have any expectation of his effort whatsoever?
Right?
Hey, look what I did. I fortified this bus with no welding experience. I sell televisions.
I've known you for
Why
3
are you
days.
not yet impressed?
Look at what I've done for you.
Jesus Christ. This woman's got such a high bar. Her fucking husband is like an electrician, all right? So it's
Yeah.
not like you're fucking... Imagine, like, you weren't married to Warren Buffett.
God, and if you were, the wrinkles.
How could you even find a dick?
So yeah, thanks for not shooting that guy. Buff!
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Waste of a shotgun bullet. You have a dirty .22 pistol? Just use that.
That would have made much less of a mess.
Also, yeah, I didn't even think about the mess factor, but you're
It
right.
also would have upset the girl who knows her dad's being shot in the face a little less.
For sure. You might even be able to put a silencer on it.
Well, cut right to Richard Cheese.
Richard fucking Cheese's cover of Disturbed's Down with the Sickness. Let's not gloss over the fact that his name is Dick Cheese.
Let's not, actually. Is it the first time I'm
It's on purpose.
I think this is the first time I put that together.
I want you to know it's on purpose.
And you had to put it together for me.
Dick Cheese.
I've been listening to Richard Cheese and Lounge Against the Machine for forever.
That's right. Never thought about it, eh?
No. Ugh. I love it, but I hate it.
The man's a bit of a genius, I gotta be honest.
Now, I thought this song was what capped off the movie at the end. So
did I.
But it does, but it also doesn't.
Yeah, it's present. Now,
It's the actual song at the end.
It's yeah. That's right.
Yeah, so
Took me a second to
yeah,
get there, but,
easy mistake to make, I guess, on my part.
because I watched past the end to the end credits
Oh,
to
yeah.
see the end credit scenes where everybody actually dies in the whole movie.
Yeah, you have to watch the end credit scenes.
Yeah, so because how else are you going to find out how tight of a ship Steve runs?
Dude, you couldn't even, if you tried to pull that knot tighter, you'd break the strings.
Yeah.
That shit's tight.
It is as fuck.
He runs a tight ship, and by that, he probably gets a lot of tang on that.
He very much is referring to the vagina of the woman right beside him. All right?
And he runs that tight ship. Because he's also the dad from Modern Family.
Yeah. Now let's watch the dad from Modern Family turn the security cameras to him so he can watch himself fuck a woman.
This is the weirdest episode of Modern Family that nobody's talking about.
Oh my god. Fuck me harder, Steve. You know, you could have just said nothing.
You could have just been the goofy dad on Modern Family.
No, I'm a dick and I'm going to bang in public with the lights on.
Oh, you know Ty Burrell always bangs with the lights on.
Yeah, he does, so he can see his Oscars. Or
And-
Emmys, whichever he owns more of.
And then also his penis.
Yeah, no, you get to see that too. It's probably circumcised. He looks like a circumcised guy.
He does.
You know who doesn't? The priest trying on high heels.
He's the organ player.
Yeah, he is.
And he's playing with his...
How old's that organ? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, how old is he? I would hope it's his own organ.
It's an organ.
Better not be any new, fresh organs. Slick, smooth organs. Better not be any.
Better not be any kid dicks. You might as well just say it.
Back to Ty Burrell, just fucking
just railing this woman.
This blonde girl who's in the movie for I don't know any
to
reason.
get banged.
To get banged
and then cut with a chainsaw, and that's it.
Yeah, that's her major role in the film. She kind of looks like Britta from Community.
A Luda.
Alita, she's Britta.
A little bit of Britta. I hate myself.
So yeah, you just Ty Burrell just going ham. He just doesn't.
So, with such urgency, you couldn't even bother undressing her. You just moved the fucking panties to the side. Get those shits out of my way.
Ty Burrell, when it's time, it's like, yeah, just get that.
Damn.
Just gotta get it out of his way because he's coming.
So yeah, security guards still locked inside. Just painful, and you can tell that they're homophobic. First of all, because of the slurs that were used previously.
Yes.
But also because this guy is like coming out in an extremely sensitive way to strangers. He's got tears in his eyes. And all CJ does is scream and cover his ears. So disrespectful to this poor man.
Well, in his defense, the man doesn't stop.
No, he doesn't. They ask him to stop quite a few times, and he essentially rapes them with his gay story.
Don't say those words.
Well, that's what he does.
Don't say those words into a microphone, please. At some point later in the movie, CJ is reading, it's either like Red Book or Cosmo to like the other guy, and they're like,
yeah.
And
he listens to me.
And he's like, the most important thing in a relationship is, and he like flips to the page, oh, it's trust.
Yes.
And then later he tries to bring that up to get a gun.
To the nobody who heard him because the guy was asleep.
Yeah, but he uses like the same.
But that just means that he took that article to heart.
Yeah, and
you know,
and he's gonna use it to get a gun.
Yeah, which I mean, it's a good way. Right here, I wrote spaghetti at the wall character development. Even though these people are all archetypes: gay priest, nihilist with an ego problem, little slut,
Jesus Christ,
old lady with an attitude, 50-year-old farm hick, and like I started to notice like the ones that you get to know the least about are the ones who die first.
I feel like that's true for most movies, though.
We know a lot about Steve. We don't get to. I don't even think I know the chick he bangs' name. Do they even say it in the movie?
I don't know. I have no idea.
The other thing you get to see here is, the one thing that Nicole's useful for in this movie is spray painting and endangering the lives of everyone because she trauma bonds with a dog.
Yeah.
Sick.
Great. Wonderful. Yeah, that dog really
also it took an hour of like quiet reflection around a corner for her to get over the death of her dad and whole family. Because now I just got Terry and it's cool.
Yeah, it's like one montage later and they're on the roof stargazing.
Yeah, super into each other out of nowhere. One of my favorite parts of this movie anyway, though, is sniping celebrity lookalikes from the roof.
Yeah.
Ving Rhames just holding up fucking signs with names of celebrities on them, and Andy's across the street just picking out people who look like that and blowing them to pieces.
you hear him, the one guy's like, oh, tell him to get Rosie O'Donnell. And he's like, nah, that's too easy.
Yeah, give him something hard. Oh, rude.
Fucking
rude to Rosie.
What are you saying about Rosie? She's too magnificent.
She's easy to spot in a crowd.
Because she wears so much loud clothes and is loud.
Yeah, loud. The one that surprised me was Burt Reynolds because, like, yeah, they know who he is, but you're thinking of a very specific Burt Reynolds right now, and it's not him in Gator. No,
you're thinking of Burt Reynolds in everything but Gator.
Yeah, namely Deliverance.
Deliverance and My Name is Earl.
Yeah. Is he in that?
He is.
I didn't know that. I think of Archer personally.
He's in it and he's a strip club owner. He owns a lot of the things in this town and then he dies. And then later his son is oh my god, I can't remember his name. Norm Macdonald.
Oh shit. That's funny. All right. Yeah, no, I never watched the show.
Good show.
I prefer Jason Lee as a skateboarder.
Well, he doesn't do any of that.
I like Randy now better.
I like Randy too.
That jacked ex-fat fuck.
Yeah.
That ripped man who used to be massive in a different way.
Yeah. They kind of like flopped.
He traded one for the other.
His weight used to be down below, and now it's all up here in the arms. So, Anna comes out, and I'll tell you what, she does not like shooting zombies in the face as a game.
It's weird because, yeah, she almost treats them as if they're still people.
Yeah, which is weird because they're clearly not. By the way, they've been outside pawing at the side of the wall.
Like hungry cats.
For days.
And, shooting zombies, the things that are trying to kill us in the head. You know, like you've seen us do millions of times already.
Yeah, the thing that Tom Savini said was the most humane and easiest way to kill them.
Yeah, that really gets her psychologically unpacking men.
Oh, I can't You must have shitty childhoods the way you're killing monsters.
And then Steve, in very me fashion, just goes, fucking do me a favor and blow my head off if it happens to me.
Oh, yeah.
I think anybody in their right mind would say, yes, please kill me if I became a zombie.
Oh, the second it's even on the table, like, if I see...
Yeah. If I'm feeling a little warm during a zombie apocalypse, just finish it.
Oh, the second I hear, this is an emergency broadcast.
Guess what?
Loading that pistol up. I'm putting a little lipstick on it. Putting it in my mouth.
Yeah.
Might
you want to go out kissing.
Might take like a lemon and just like dab the end of the gun on the lemon so it at least tastes good.
Yeah. Oh, it's the opposite of the bitterant that they put in computer dusters so you don't huff it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the last thing I'm ever gonna huff is a chunk of lead.
And a huff a bullet. Also worth noting, if Steve say we're in a zombie apocalypse, right? And you turn into a zombie, I don't need your permission.
Nah, no, I think I'm gonna kill you.
Pretty much the second it happens.
Yeah, yep. And
so the whole pep talk unnecessary, Steve.
Yeah,
because if you turn into a zombie, what's going to happen is no longer your responsibility.
It's a mutual understanding, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
If kill me, just kill me.
Yep.
I'll kill you. You kill me.
Hey.
Only if I'm turning into a zombie.
We'll touch our penises on it.
Hey.
Dock on it.
Hey, that's a bond right there.
It is brotherly.
This is where the lights go out. Everybody's like hanging out in the food court, having a good time, wondering where the hell Luda's been for the last day or two.
Hanging out in the food court and having a good time. Is this the dinner scene?
I think so.
So Michael, in the middle of everybody's having a good time, goes, "Yeah, I've been divorced 3 times and I don't see my child anymore. I'm gonna leave it up in the air as to whether or not they left me or are dead." Yeah, let's like in the middle of a conversation about like peanuts or something.
Oh, they're talking about what's the worst job ever.
Yeah. And that's what he brings.
Yeah.
I was a pretty, like, all these people are like, man, I really hated working food service at McDonald's. Yeah, I was a bad husband. I was a piece of shit to be with for years and years.
You think that was bad? You should see my fathering.
Fuck's sake. And then, yeah, he said that was like, she goes, what was your best? What were you best at? Being a dad.
And I did that about the same amount as my husband.
Notice that I used the past tense when describing it.
Yeah, that kid's dead. That whole family's been dead for some time, and at his hands, likely. So,
I don't know what the urgency is with fucking delivering this fucking baby, because she's been walking already, like, for days. She was just fine. And now it's fucking baby time. It's baby time right now.
That's how labor works.
Apparently that's how labor works.
That's how, when the lights go out, the labor starts.
It's like a trigger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So we're cutting back and forth between, Andre delivering this baby, which I'm going to tell you right now is not okay.
No, like, first of all, Luda's not okay. I've not seen a lot of births in person, but I'm sure as shit that you don't get to see every vein in a woman's body right up against the surface of their very, very wet skin.
Yeah. I don't think getting pregnant turns you translucent like that.
No.
I don't think you should be able to...
If it does, that means the baby's taking way too many nutrients.
You're right. It's like in Twilight, when when she gets pregnant with the vampire baby.
Yeah.
Like the baby starts, eating her from the inside, so she's got to become a vampire herself.
Oh. See, I haven't seen it.
This is what Twilight ripped it right off from here, so you've seen it.
Right. Okay.
I don't know if it did or not. It must have.
Well, Zombaby right in there, and how you don't know that it's a fucking Zombaby when it's inside of you is baffling to me. Because I imagine most women who've had children know what kicking feels like, and it doesn't feel like being eaten. Yeah,
it shouldn't. I don't think it should feel like the baby's kicking its way through
with its teeth.
Yeah, like this Luda dies.
Yes, she does.
I'm just gonna say it. She's dead.
While this is happening,
we're dead.
Going into the parking garage to find the generators. This is after CJ has read the article about trust and uses it to demand a weapon.
Yeah.
He gets an axe though, which not horrible.
Still a good weapon.
Yeah.
They're looking for the generators because apparently they're in the parking garage. 3rd floor. Third level? That could be up or down. Who knows?
I want to say no. But I have seen I mean like in real life. I want to say that's not where the generators generally are.
Well, that would mean everybody has access to them.
Yeah, and it's just a chain link fence with some fucking barbed wire you can touch barehanded.
That chain link fence comes down immediately
It sure
the second
does.
any zombie puts any weight on it.
That's right. And one of them is the amputee with no legs, who fucking spider monkeys his way right over to that racist neck.
Oh my god, that was the best one because you don't see it happening, but you do see his arms skitter across the ceiling. Oh, I loved it.
And then like he's spinning around, and it's just the upper half of a man holding on to him. Beautiful. At one point, Ving Rhames, while they're doing this, goes, "I've done this before."
Done what?
When also?
Yeah. What and when?
Went into a parking garage to restart a generator during a zombie apocalypse. You've had a very illustrious life.
Yeah, and now you're following him. That's right. That's when he's like, "Yeah, I know you're all with me. I'm not with you."
So I was kind of wondering if it was like a Pulp Fiction reference, because he does have a shotgun in Pulp Fiction as well. The only difference is he doesn't get butt blasted by a gimp.
That's true.
You know?
I almost prefer that he not.
Yeah. No,
It kind of made me feel better about the film.
I preferred him in this movie.
Yeah, me too.
Where no matter how many times I change my clothes, you better believe I'm treating a shirt like a do-rag because I'm a black man.
I don't know nothing about that, Jay. I'll tell you what, I don't know nothing about that.
I was annoyed by the amputee because did you really not hear that guy fucking
Dragging?
a monkey barring his way across storm pipe? Like it's the largest and loudest shit in the whole parking garage.
Yeah, it's definitely a loud hand slapping on metal.
You definitely hear that. I got mad before I realized that the thing sneaking around like a predator wasn't a zombie, but in fact was just a dog.
You didn't know it was a dog by the way it was immediately? I knew it was a dog the second I saw it. I was like, it's a dog.
The second it made dog noises like panting.
Yeah.
And had a collar.
The second it was less than a foot off the ground, I was like, that's a dog.
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't catch it right away.
So the whole thing is this dog has survived, so obviously there's nothing in the garage, or else it would have eaten the dog, right?
I don't like the, they don't really talk about it, but no, there's zombies in the fucking garage. And
Yeah,
it doesn't fucking come up again until they're lowering him down.
It's because they're wrong. They don't care about the dog. They're just dumb and wrong.
That's right.
They were just wrong and dumb. Oh, it doesn't care about the dog. It would have eaten the dog. Fuck you.
Did you do all that hard-hitting research in your ass?
Yeah. Did you? The dog comes up and like, oh my god, it's just a dog.
Mm-hmm. So while that's happening, Anna and Norma are up top.
Mm-hmm.
At which point Norma decides, well, I better check on the woman who's probably in labor right now because we haven't seen them for quite some time.
It's been a few days, likely. I'm assuming they've been in here for a while, but I don't know how long.
It's been a few days. Later on during the whole like bus gear up thing, there's just like a couple days from now we'll be ready to go type conversation with Andy.
Yeah.
So I think this whole fucking thing takes place over a week, I would guess.
I'll give you a week or two.
Yeah. I don't like in movies when people who are in like a stressful situation do the stick to the plan thing. There was no need for you to isolate your fucking zombie wife from the rest of the group. You'd think that giving birth, having as many people as possible in the room to assist with that, because you're not in a hospital and she could die from it. You'd think you'd want them there. Instead of putting up tarps like it's a goddamn hazmat quarantine zone and nobody can see in or out.
You would think. Maybe he just wants to keep his wife's vagina a secret.
I mean, that's fine, but you got a nurse right there. You got a whole ass nurse.
Yeah.
She probably did this yesterday.
It's a good point.
If you're really worried about the welfare of your fucking wife, have the professional come see.
I think he's more worried about them being like, well, we got to kill her.
Yeah. Well, they do.
Which is...
They do have to do that.
It's the decision's made immediately.
One thing I noticed when Norma went into the carousel was... I guess there's a spam offshoot that I wasn't aware of, because the logo was the same, but it was called Smeat.
Like,
Smeat.
Makes me uncomfortable because
isn't spam supposed to be meat already?
It's supposed to be meat. It hints at being ham.
It's
which is what makes Smeat upsetting because
that's
what's
right.
that?
Exactly.
What animal is that
what
supposed
makes that different from Spam, and why is it different?
And like Spam's already not like a great brand, so to have an off-brand is
and so like they didn't even bother trying to hide it. They just threw the word meat in there, like that's good.
It's good enough. You're gonna understand what you do with that. It goes in your mouth.
Fuck's sake.
Or on metal to grease it.
That's what it's good for, all right. Yeah, this is like the most fucking glamorous and unnecessary slow-mo shootout when Norma shows up, realizes that it's fucking zombie Luda, who's now like BDSM to the bed. I don't know why he had like a horse's bit just on deck.
Yeah, he had a gag.
That was a weird one.
Yeah, and I don't know why he didn't put that on her immediately.
Yeah, while she's alive, she'll understand.
Yeah,
she's seen everything.
Yeah, explain. Hey, remember that guy out there? Now you.
Yeah,
you now. Now let's get
You'd have to say it like that.
Yeah. you now become zombie, and
that's enough of a zombie for Norma to see, for her to pull out the fucking Glock.
Oh my god!
And just blast away fucking indiscriminately. There's a baby in the room, and we haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna point a gun at a baby and its mom.
Oh my god! Yeah. So she takes this fucking. It's another one of those long, dramatic.
Yeah.
It falls to the ground and she steps on it.
Fucking
cigarette.
does it with the cigarette. Like that pissed me off.
Yeah,
You're wasting my time.
I really thought something was gonna come of that. I was like,
I just she's
gonna know that she's there because of the smoke or something.
Ashing this cigarette in slow motion. Well, it's badass as fuck to smoke and get cancer.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. Woo.
So fucking yeah. So she goes in, she assesses the situation. Like
and it's dire.
I don't know why she's the only person who can look around and go, okay.
It's pretty fucked.
Yeah, I'm going to actually pull a gun out.
Yeah.
And
Andre doesn't like that because he must. I get it. You're in shock because your wife is a zombie and so's your kid.
Oh, yeah, but please don't kill my family.
Yeah.
They're already dead.
I'll try and guilt trip you. Like, yeah, they're both done. I'll make you feel real bad about it in the meantime.
Mm-hmm. In his defense, like he's got the wife taken care of.
It's true.
She's held down. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just be in here with my family.
Exactly.
Norma, though, let me tell you, fires one shot off right in the 10 ring.
Oh boy.
Doesn't give a fuck. Open that third eye right up.
She really helped Luda see what was inside of her skull.
Yeah, and everyone else in the room.
Jesus.
And then, slow motion shootout between these two where they take more bullets than a human being can take before dropping to the floor.
I'm just going to say it, man. Dear sister.
I don't know what that is.
What you say?
Oh, yeah, I mean...
you only win with... what you say?
The vibe is certainly the exact same. I wish John Heder was here.
It's Shia LaBeouf.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in that.
And Andy Samberg.
That one I don't care about. I watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine for everybody who's not him.
Sames. Yeah, sames.
But yeah, so we hear those fucking gunshots and let's go check out the situation. Now, nobody mentions that, Andre was holding the baby, and he's got a bunch of bullets right in his chest where the baby was being held. Norma's a pretty good shot when she wants to be. Sometimes, though, she clearly doesn't care.
No, well, I mean, she herself riddled with bullets.
That's true.
It does distract you.
Yeah, fair enough. When you're being shot, it is tough to get your priorities in order.
Yeah, you can't really... It's hard to keep aim, I'll say that, when you're bleeding to death.
And she had just enough time to tell Anna, son of a bitch shot me through a bloody mouth and then dies.
That's the information that...
Bringing her venom to the grave with her. Jeez.
I gotta get you all the information I can before I die. let me see what I got here.
He shot me, which I didn't need to tell you because there's bullets in me, but what you do need to know is that he is in fact a son of a bitch.
And I know that.
Zombaby head's just fucking all right.
Anna spies the baby.
Let's check out that baby. What's up with it?
The baby's got beautiful eyes.
Yeah, they're horrifying.
And
as is its scream.
Now, so this gun, all right, the gun that she picks up off of Norma,
Yeah,
it's a revolver.
that's right.
It's a big caliber gun. And she puts that gun in the baby's face.
She splattered baby all over that room and everyone in
There
it.
was no baby left to splatter.
No, she probably blew her own hand off.
Oh my God.
Fuck's sake.
Just liquid baby. The most overkill thing she could have done. She could have picked up the
God.
other gun. The other gun looked like a 9mm or something a little smaller.
I believe Tucker refers to it as a pussy 22.
Oh, I think that's even. It could be even smaller.
Yeah.
No, it sounds bigger. Maybe.
The 9 and 22. I'm not sure.
I should know this.
I want to say 22 is smaller. I'm going off Daisy right now. It's the least effective gun in the whole game.
I'm just going off of numbers, and I can't remember which way caliber goes.
Well, one's millimeter and the other's caliber. So I don't know. I don't know what caliber 9mm bullets are even. Maybe 28.
One of them, one goes up and one goes down. I don't remember. Either way.
Well, shotgun slugs are 00.
Well, look, I'm
like
gonna
a spaced ear.
A revolver is far more than you need to kill a baby. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I think the caliber, because it's decimal, I think it's like its diameter. So a 38, it's 0.38 inches.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like the higher the caliber, the bigger the bullet.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes perfect sense, and I don't know why I thought otherwise. Either way, baby,
That's my story. Yeah.
the baby is dead. the baby is dead.
The baby is missed.
Let's just say, had there not been a baby there before, you wouldn't have known there was one there now.
No, it's just a humid room. You can tell from the fine haze in the air.
Very metallic. Very metallic smell to this room.
Fuck. So that was, then it's a fade out on the dinner table because the fun's over. But that's when I noticed the fucking KFC bucket. And then also, it was turned around so you saw the French because we're in Canada. If we were in the United States, it'd be Spanish instead of PFK.
That's right. I probably even did that too because they're like, nobody's going to know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, fucking, the only people who know live here.
That's right. The French of KFC is on par with Smeat. They don't fucking know.
Fucking Smeat.
Smeat. So we get the funeral.
Yeah.
This is where the organist is like, I don't believe in God. I don't see how any of you could.
Look around. Obviously, he's not real.
And then
no God would do this.
Then Vings is like, yeah, I've been to a few funerals. Here's the perfect eulogy.
Here's what's annoying about it to me, though, is that Anna goes, or it's not Anna, it's, I think it's Chainsaw Chick, goes, somebody should say something. And then Ving Rhames goes, nothing to say. Here's an essay. Here's the longest monologue I've had, the most words I've said in the entire movie up to this point.
I've got, nothing to say, though. Nothing
at all to
Nothing
say,
of importance that would make you feel better.
except for everything.
Here's an exact eulogy that I read once
And
at
it's
a different
not
funeral.
the most at my coworker's funeral, probably. There's not really anything uplifting about it, I don't think.
No, because it's about sitting there and waiting to die.
Yeah, there are things worse than death, and one of them sitting here waiting to die. No, you're in a mall. There's food.
You probably have a cinema.
You could have a great fucking time.
There's probably
just leave the lights on in the theater.
Yep. Go to Silver City. They got movies.
Of course, it's raining.
Oh, what's that?
The pitter patter of God's tears.
ASMR, relaxation.
Yeah, it's a different kind of podcast now. You're gonna get hard and wet.
And you're not even in the room with the dead baby in it. So
also, his whole monologue is about changing his perspective. Way to make 3 dead people all about you.
Yeah, nice one, Ving.
Did a really good job turning this situation into being about you, man.
Nice fucking funeral. Now let's huck these dead bodies off the mall.
Let's chuck them off the mall into the pile of corpses that Andy's been shooting for days.
You know,
Very respectful.
that has got to stink.
Let's talk about the fact that regardless it does because they're dead bodies. They're reanimated corpses. They're decomposing in the sun as we speak.
Absolutely, for sure they are. But then also, when you spread their meat out like that, and it doesn't quite cook, it just gets old. Oh, it's got to smell like a rotten butcher.
I like that Andy's store is called Andy's Gun Works because it fucking does.
Oh my
It
god.
works real fucking well.
Oh, it's
His gun works the best, arguably.
Oh my god. His gun is professional.
And that is very much a functioning sniper rifle he's using.
Any question will be answered by the sound of my rifle.
There's a scene where they're counting bullets, and I'm like, why the fuck do you care there's a gun store across the street and you're going? Like, I know that you are.
Well, yeah.
Right when they're doing the bodies, fucking Ving Rhames comes with the sign, is like, this is how long it's going to be now. And he just goes, hungry. That's Andy's sign back. It's just, hungry.
Yeah.
So we're going to send the fucking dog with the care package, because that'll be fine.
Yeah, that'll be just fine. It's not like this redheaded girl has
assigned every bad grief emotion she has to this dog.
Yeah,
this dog is now basically her service animal.
It's not her only family she's got left, and we haven't been watching her bond with this dog the whole time.
Right? Fuck.
So, yeah, I guess we're just going to lower the dog down with some sandwiches in his... Because he's got like a little utility jacket. They somehow rigged one up for him.
I think, it's probably just sandwiches in there, which you have access to KFC and you're giving him the bologna.
Hey, man. It's Andy.
Fuck. Do him a favor.
He's not going to be picky. He's hungry. You can tell because he took his shirt off.
So after Ving Rhames' whole thing, his whole spiel, we've been rallied to go down to the parking garage, outfit special buses.
Mm-hmm.
They're called parking shuttles. You know, those are for old people and wheelchair people. That's what those buses are for. That's why they're short. That's it.
There's probably not much power behind them for the safety of the old and the disabled.
That's right. We can get through an entire crowd of zombies and propane tanks, though, no problem.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
CJ breaks the fourth wall and becomes the viewer when they hatch this plan by essentially outlining every stupid part of it and going, is that the plan? And everybody in the movie is like, yep. And he goes, okay, I'm in. You are now CJ.
Nice.
Because it's very dumb, their plan.
I can feel the mustache growing.
Yeah.
As we speak.
So let's have like the dumbest fucking gear up scene in any movie ever. This is better, like this is worse of a gear up scene than the deliberately bad Simon Pegg gear up scenes where it's like in Hot Fuzz when it's just him doing paperwork. And he's like slamming the pen down and it's all these like super cool zoom shots and shit.
Didn't they do that in
They do it in every Simon Pegg, every one of those Cornetto trilogy
But
movies.
the in the zombie one specifically, don't they also go over their inventory the way they do with the bullets?
Well, it's Shaun of the Dead.
They show them top down and like we got this, and then like we got like it ends up being like snacks and shit.
Yep.
And like a hammer.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what it is. This one though is just bad because they just have aluminum siding from the fucking hardware store, the same one they got the paint from. That's not gonna stop a zombie. They got through chain link.
It almost looks like metal stairs.
It is. So it's sheet metal roof. Like on commercial buildings.
Okay.
It's like ribbed, it's super thin, and they just layer it over top of itself.
I don't know. I think they had like metal, like they had that, but I think they had like
there was another thing with cages, like they repurposed
strips
of
part metal
of the fucking,
that they just looked like metal stairs, and it was what he was jamming the chainsaw
I think
through.
it was like steel scaffolding platform or something like that.
Yeah, that seems more likely.
Or like you see those temporary stairs on the side of buildings that are being constructed.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was picturing too. That and like
we'll put the fucking barbed wire up top. Nicole though has the most important job of anyone. While we're all ensuring the safety of the convoy, making sure that we're capable of traveling to the boat, we've decided we're going to take Steve's boat.
By the way, Steve sarcastically gave up the fact that he has a boat, and everybody loves the idea.
Yeah. While all that's happening, we got to make sure, I mean, there's no baby to protect anymore, but...
Fuck it.
Yeah. There are still people. Nicole, her job, though, the crucial job of spray painting teeth on the bulldozer that somehow is now attached to a bus.
Well, you got to make it look scary, Jay.
Yeah, for the zombies.
It needs to be A, secure, B, drivable, and C, frightening to a child.
Yeah, fucking sick decals, bro. Nice livery, Tokyo Drift.
Nice. Those teeth are so pointy, and not overdone ever on a snowplow ever.
You don't ever see that in real life and go queer.
I mean, I don't.
Question for you.
Yeah,
absolutely. We have a police officer, a nurse, one now truck driver, a guy that works for commission at Best Buy, couple security guards, and Nicole.
Oh, yes.
Which one of them's the welder? Which one of them has the extensive welding experience? Where'd you get that? How come I'm not seeing an oxyacetylene tank in the scene? And I know it's not CJ because his job was apparently just to measure the diameter of a propane tank and write 36 inches on it. Because that's all the fuck he did.
Hey, everybody's got a job to do.
Holy shit.
Everybody's got a job to do.
Who the fuck is the one with the fusion of metal knowledge in here?
Apparently, it's Michael.
You put a bulldozer on a bus? He's up top grinding just nothing. CJ's just grinding a door for no reason at all.
Smoothing
at one point.
It's making it smooth.
Fuck. It's just so bad. Like they focus on this part where he's just hanging barbed wire on a piece of metal on the top of the bus.
Hanging? I thought he was setting it on top of.
There was like a little jutting out fucking tube or something.
He might as well have been twist tying it on there.
That's right.
No, I think at some point he does, like, yeah, I welded this, and I've got no experience. I think he says that to her right before they make out.
Oh, so it's going to fall apart the second I touch it.
Seems
so
like
it's going to fall. It's not going to pass X-ray, is what you're saying.
It's going to tip over the moment we take a sharp turn.
That's good. Also, did you get Nux from? Is Terry secretly a war boy from Mad Max, and he's souped up all of the engines of these shitty buses?
Yeah.
Because if they can go over 50, I'll be goddamned. Especially with all that metal on them.
Well, don't worry, Jay. It can barely get through a crowd of people. With a plow on the front.
Like the metal bay door was enough for Michael to be like, all right, hang on, because I don't know if we're going to make it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so Kenneth is like, Andy's hungry, so we'll do the chips thing, and that's why they have to go upstairs, but not before at least kissing real hard and defiling the bus with their sin.
You made the bus a dirty place.
Already.
As soon as Ving gets in there, what's that smell?
What is that smell? I recognize that. I've been here before.
It smells like butthole and kissing.
Ooze.
Not my first rodeo.
This is okay. Yes, look, the dog, they're not interested in it. The zombies don't care about the dog. He's going to Andy's because he whistled, or blew a whistle, rather. So this dog has been trained in ways that we just happen to know. We just know them. Speaking of inexplicable knowledge, Chips, which is the dog's name.
Terrible name.
Also knows about the secret side hatch into Andy's gunworks that nobody would ever be... There's no way they would know about it. Andy probably didn't even know about it.
I'm willing to bet that Chips is Andy's fucking dog, and that's the dog door that he made for Chips.
Honestly, dude, you could have just thrown that in. You guys found my dog. Thanks,
yeah.
You know?
Yep. I thought it would have made perfect sense. Nah, the dog hears a whistle.
He's Sherlock Holmes.
He sees a way.
Immediately. He's like Joseph Gordon-Levitt in Premium Rush.
I've not seen it.
He's a bike courier. And his whole thing is that he can look 10 moves in advance with the cars so he can weave between them at intersections.
And then somebody opens a door and he dies.
I think that does indeed happen, but he doesn't die. What he does is race against a black guy who's mean to him. That's it. I think it's Terry Crews, actually. I could be wrong on that.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, you know? So naturally, yeah, it's fucking baffling. So that dog, Andy doesn't close the door fast enough, and the zombies smell some Andy inside.
Oh.
And they would like some.
They want a bite. They want a nibble.
Andy, instead of just trying to shut the door, fires a bunch of bullets past the dog into it to get the zombies to go away, and they don't. No, they get right in. We have a walkie-talkie in this pouch, just so that we can hear his voice for just long enough for him to say, "I'm bit." And then we don't tell him he's gonna die. We just sort of let him stew on that.
Yeah, we don't hit him with the truth. It's kind of like, yeah, we're gonna see you soon, buddy. We're gonna see you soon.
How's the sandwiches, brother? Of course he fucking says brother, man. Of course he does.
Oh,
right.
Well, he's formed a bond with Andy by playing chess over the parking lot.
Playing chess and taking pot shots at people that used to be like my friends, probably. Now, Nicole, anybody with a fucking head on their shoulders would be watching Nicole like a fucking bald eagle hunting. Because if she disappears, because shit hit the fan, you know exactly where she's going. To the dog.
She needs that dog.
And let me tell you right now. Bye.
Yep.
Bye, Nicole and dog. Andy's bit. All right, see you later, Nicole and dog. That's fine.
Yeah. It sucks you're taking our cube van, one of the only things we have to get out of here, but all right.
Do me a favor, Nicole. Throw some guns out from the roof. And then have fun. Enjoy the sandwiches. Because I'm not going back. Like, I'm not... We gotta go through the fucking shitty, dirty alligator storm sewer to get there?
Yeah.
How about this? Why didn't you do that the first time instead of sending the dog?
You've brought up just a point that I feel like if we poke at any more, we might... It's kind of like, why didn't they just fly the Eagles all the way to Mordor?
Yep, it sure is. And hang on to your hats, because I got more.
Oh, God.
For some reason, they've decided to go to Andy's gunworks via the storm sewer at night. Like, as if it matters. Like zombies give a shit about whether or not daylight savings. However, when they pop the manhole, suddenly an entire parking lot full of zombies turns into about 6. They're all focused on Andy's gunworks. Everybody else went home for the day.
Well, those guys are the ones who are getting paid, you know?
It was a writer's strike.
Those are the zombies you call.
Oh, yo, there was a biter's strike.
Oh! Done! Close it up!
I'm not doing another episode
Lock
of
up
fucking Grind.
shop.
That's the best joke ever made on the podcast. It's never going to get better.
We're just gonna shut her down right now because we've got it. That's the end.
That's just fine with me.
Perfect. All right. Good night, everybody.
I can fucking now I can be proud of myself for the next month and a half because of that.
Shit.
Holy hell.
Where'd all the
This
zombies
fun.
go?
Yeah. Where do they continually go?
Where do they go?
Because they sure do disappear conveniently all the time.
Yeah. It's not like half of Brampton is just banging on the side of the mall.
No, that wasn't.
By the way, 24 hours a day. That's annoying.
Yeah.
You know they're on the other side of the mall. Hearing that all the time through the bay.
You're right. Get it? What am I at, a Chuck E. Cheese?
Go around to the glass and break your way in, you fucking stupid idiots.
They have enough instinct to come to the mall, but they don't remember where the doors are.
This is why we can't have nice things. So, fucking Ving pops right out of the sewer conveniently in front of Andy's.
And then CJ, again, security guard. So it's already a stretch that he has a gun. But not only does he have one, he has military training like he's a fucking Spetsnaz, like he was an SS 30 years ago, because he knows how to use every gun, and he's great with all of them.
That, and I'm pretty sure he's got working knowledge of the sewers. What's he doing in his spare time? How are you navigating that? You're a security guard.
He's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. When the sun goes down.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
He hangs up his gun and takes down, like, I don't know, nunchucks or some other shit. Some other shit you wouldn't expect a security guard to have.
Thank God. Yeah, here it is. I found it. Thank God they had the throwaway line about instinct earlier, and that's why they're all gravitating toward the mall, because they have their instincts. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense for a zombie to walk up onto the roof, write a sign in his own blood, and show it to Ving Rhames.
Yeah.
Why did he do that?
Because it was hilarious.
It was.
You're like, oh, he's writing something. What's he writing?
Blood!
Oh.
Lots of it.
Oh, Andy, no.
And then he just stands there staring off into the distance.
That's not how you spell that.
Like a robot panhandler.
Oh, it's so good. Until he hears Nicole
Yeah.
thrashing around in the basement.
You'd think you'd want to be a little fucking quiet.
You would think.
Now, she wasn't there for the walkie-talkie call where he was like, I'm bit, but maybe just use the walkie-talkie to be like, hey, Nicole, he's bit. Because it's still there.
She's certainly there for all of the blood on the floor.
Yeah.
That should be alarming enough.
Oh, there's Andy. Like, hey, you
Hey,
saw what
Andy.
happened, right? That's why you're literally in the store right now, because you saw what happened.
You saw the zombies funnel in like somebody pulled the plug in a tub. Yeah, you saw that, right?
Anyway, I'll hide in a closet. All right, let's go fucking get her through the fucking shithead sewer. Suck.
I guess. So they go. They get her. They go in. They're in Andy's gun shop, loading up, stealing.
Well, that's fine.
CJ has no problem stealing from Andy.
Now, I don't know if you noticed, but they turn Andy into less head than he had.
They do.
They make sure that he loses even more weight, even though he's already dangerously thin.
They take a little off the top.
Yeah, they do. And then CJ gets this idea. I'm going to put a flare in a propane tank and shoot it. Now, I like this idea because it's quite good.
It is good.
What I don't like is when CJ, after doing that, just throws the sniper rifle on the roof and leaves. Keep it!
No.
Fucking keep it.
Heavy.
You're going to want to do that again.
Heavy.
Like a couple fucking times.
No, heavy gun, heavy gun.
You see how ripped CJ is? How come everybody in this movie, by the way, is super fucking muscular? Even the racist security guard. Like, they're all weirdly jacked.
Hey, that's life in the GTA, man.
Like, even Michael has that, like, lean, sort of, like, svelte, but still muscles.
You gotta get ripped I don't know.
You get shipped out to the zombies.
Boom! I don't
All right.
understand the gym, but if that was what it was like, I certainly wouldn't go. I don't go now, so I don't understand physical fitness is what I'm trying to say.
That's fine. No, we don't need to. Nah, just be a blob until you die. Who cares?
Hey, we're working at it. We're out here.
We out here eating. Almost said the N-word. Very almost said it.
Woo!
Very almost said it. Now,
Very almost.
very recently, I did indeed say it, and then I requested it be cut out. I'm not ready to breach that one yet.
Oh, God.
I know that we've been painting Nicole kind of in a bad light, but she's so stupid that she asks what's going to happen when he shoots the propane. How will we know if he hits it? Everybody's going to know.
Yeah,
People in Norway are going to know about it.
I think you'll figure it out, actually.
Yeah, I think you might see, hear, feel, and also probably smell and taste it.
Yeah,
It's every single sense you got. You better believe it.
you're right next to it. I think you might feel a rumble.
Let's also talk about how it demos like half a block later, but this time it doesn't even break the glass in the store.
Yeah. Well,
The fucking explosion reaches all the way up to the roof. It doesn't shatter any windows.
which one are we talking about?
This is the one off the gun store.
But which one levels a block?
The one that destroys 50,000 zombies all at once in about 10 minutes from now in the movie.
Right. Yeah, okay.
The one that causes a shockwave that kills the zombies on every side of the buses.
Okay. I was thinking there's just more zombies there. But yeah, that would have blown the windows out of a store.
Absolutely. It's a large explosion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's air pressure. It's gonna break some glass. It's gonna bust some eardrums.
So they had to cross through the truck in order to get to this little hatch, and nobody thought to move it.
No. Nobody thought to get in the truck.
No, we're going to go back to the sewer very visibly.
Yep.
We're also going to slam the manhole down so loud that every zombie hears me.
We're also gonna let this old man fall down in the fucking sewer and break his leg again.
Let me ask you something. Zombies seemingly don't know what doorknobs or handles are.
You would think.
How are they lifting a manhole cover?
They didn't get the manhole cover on.
No? It didn't get all the way on? I thought it snapped into place and that's why it was so loud.
They pop it back up and like because there's more people who have to come and the old guy falls down and then it just starts raining men.
Yes, it does. Hallelujah.
Whew. So instead of just leaving the gimped man there,
He still serves a purpose. He's essentially a mobile turret.
he barely serves.
He's got 2 fucking 12 shots in his hands. I mean, that's good for at least 24 zombies if he knows what he's doing.
He would have served a better purpose had you just left him there.
That's true. He could be just on the other side of the stairs, just waiting for them to drop down to, hey, cut.
No, like, eat him. I'm leaving. I'm gonna run while you eat this man, zombies.
I mean, they kind of do that.
They
kind of really do that.
He drags him for a good while, and then he's just like, well, fuck it.
This was tough.
Yeah, boy, you sure are heavy.
And Tucker the trucker has the right idea in immediately, upon being touched even, shoot me.
Yep.
Because, yeah, same. Mm-hmm. Go right ahead, please, in fact.
Oh, I mean, just being in the sewer, shoot me.
That's true.
Ew.
Yeah, being dragged through the sewer with 2 leg injuries, one of which is an open wound. Kill me regardless.
Yeah, how about you shoot me before you do this?
How about you just shoot me?
I gotta go in the sewer, shoot me.
I know what the fuck. People shit in there.
Shoot me.
It's at the very least bird shit, all right? But if it's a combination storm and sewer, which are against code, but there's plenty of them, it's more than just bird shit.
Why are birds shitting in the sewer?
Well, they shit on rooftops.
Oh.
And then water, it goes down pipes into the sewer.
Is this the trickle-down effect that I've been hearing so much about?
I mean, you can call it that.
Interesting and disgusting.
Yes.
So we're back at the mall, and guess what? Steve, old reliable Steve, good
Who we left
Steve,
behind to guard the door to let us in.
the guy who just bitched until he was left behind to
Yeah.
guard the door. Yeah, he bitched his way into a position and then just disappears.
Yes, he sure did. He decided that 5 minutes was too long to wait, and they're already dead, so I might as well just hang out by the buses.
Yeah, he didn't even put a brick in the door.
You could have done literally anything at all.
Yeah, you could have just taped the latch down. It would have been fine.
I'm not really sure why the zombies all stopped on the stairs to look at their meal before eating it here. Probably just for tension, so that Ving Rhames could get that slow-mo shotgun out.
I think so. They bottleneck into the stairs, and yeah, they just
There you go.
they just have a moment. They look at each other like, "I'm gonna shoot you. We know we're gonna get shot.
All right, let's just make it happen,
Yeah,
Captain.
let's do the dance."
Yeah, make a little love.
And who saves them? Somebody saves them. Somebody opens the door eventually after
It's Terry, I'm pretty
several
sure.
gunshots and like.
I'm pretty sure it's Terry.
Thank God.
You know?
So.
You think, you'd have a little bit more like, oh, they're shooting on the other side, I better let them in.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think, everybody is on a mission right now. We might want to be there for when they get back.
No, you
That's good. Whatever.
At one point, Michael, when realizing the door got locked and Steve is nowhere, says his last name like we were supposed to just know it. It's the only time you see it or hear his last name ever in the movie.
I don't even think he has a last name on IMDb.
His name is like Stephen Farkas or some shit. Steve Marcus, I think it was.
At what point did he? Like, yeah, my name's Steve Marcus.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah.
You know how every douchebag in the world has two last names? Me.
Ugh. So they run. They barely make it to the elevator, and then at this point, CJ really enjoys a mall little love.
Yeah. I'm so lost without you.
Love.
I know you were right.
Oh man.
The needing is so wrong. I think those are the words anyway.
It's close enough. I usually just kind of mumble it.
Suddenly there's a million zombies in the fucking...
Yeah.
Just suddenly out of nowhere there's a million fucking zombies
They
again.
must have heard that propane tank and came running.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the only explanation.
Hop into the buses. Oh no, Nicole and Terry don't get to share a seat.
Aww.
Jeez.
Aww.
I would keep them apart. I don't want them fucking in the back of the bus.
It's a distraction.
Good God.
So it takes about 12 seconds for these two parking shuttle buses to become overwhelmed.
Yeah. Ving Rhames goes, they're trying to turn us over. No, they're not. They're trying to open a can of beans.
They're trying to get the worms out.
Yeah. They're not. They don't have the wherewithal to be like, okay, upend them. We can get them that way.
Yeah. On three now, everybody.
I want in there, please.
Yeah. We can smell your
Well, everything I want, probably. Inside of your asshole, I'm sure.
Thank you. I was gonna quote Silence of the Lambs, so
Oh.
I'm glad you stopped me.
Cunt.
No, I didn't want to say the word.
So fucking CJ goes, well, the last time it worked pretty well. It worked so well that it broke continuity in the movie, so I'm just going to do it again. And the same thing happens. I don't know how he managed to aim for the one super ripped bodybuilder with his shirt off from Muscle Beach.
Well, I'll tell you, he made it pretty easy by holding the propane tank up over his head with a flare.
Why would you do that? Why would you as a zombie do? What instinct is that from?
Oh, look at
Me!
I found it!
Hunger Games!
Is this what you wanted? I picked it up for you!
And then, so CJ is like, all right, fuck it. Shotgun. Now, he tries not at all to get out of the way of the blast of that thing.
He barely ducks.
Yeah. But it works. And now the street is... So, you get to see this overhead shot of the two buses, right? And the propane tank explodes, and there's a shockwave. And if you look close, you could see, like... I would say the shockwave has, like, maybe a 30-foot spread. The propane tank exploding illuminates the surrounding area that is full, brimming.
Yeah, there's not a lick of pavement on the screen.
Overflowing with zombies.
Yeah.
One propane tank, however, has now killed all of them. Every single one of them. Not only that, it has disintegrated their bodies. Because the roads are now completely empty and clear. And then also, there's fire like 100 feet away for no reason.
Fucking magic. There's fire 100 feet away in every scene. The city is in ruins.
That's true. But yeah, no, so I guess if you want to clean up a mess, propane.
Yeah, just detonate a propane tank, and whatever was there
Won't be. The buses, though, they'll be fine.
Oh, well, they're armored. They armored the buses.
Yeah, even the spot where it's not, because they have a wide open space for a chainsaw to fit.
No, they armored that. They armored
that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's armored.
I missed that part of the scene, I guess.
Yeah, you're fucking stupid. They said they did it, so they did it, Jay.
Oh, shit. This is the part of the movie where my notes start to get very sparse because nothing happens.
Same.
Steve, well, Ving Rhames has one job, and it's to drive the bus, and he can't. He can't do it well enough to take one left turn.
No.
So he takes a fucking hard left. Now, it was Anna saying hard left, but I mean, you could have hit the brake.
I think they were trying to shake the zombie off the back of the bus.
They had the chainsaw because he came around the side, and that's when the organ player is trying to use the chainsaw. Ving Rhames takes a hard left while somebody's operating a dangerous weapon in the back.
And nobody is wearing their seatbelts or sitting down. I'm just going to say it, Jay.
You're right. That's true.
Had they been sitting down, this probably wouldn't have happened.
You might have lost a toe instead of half of your body vertically.
Now, what's interesting about chainsaws, Jay,
Yeah.
is that they've got a trigger.
Yeah, that you need to hold down in order for the chain to saw.
Yeah, you know what happens when I go out of control? I would let go immediately.
Yeah, because then it's just a blunt instrument.
Yeah, it's just a motor running in your hands,
Yeah.
and that's not going to saw you or other people.
Especially once the chainsaw has entered a person and I'm holding it, I would probably, if I hadn't already, let go of the trigger then.
Yeah, to ensure that everybody knows that this is an accident, not a murder.
Yeah, which is what it looks like when he stands there and scream kills a woman.
It just goes, well, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
You dementia-addled fuck.
This doesn't have as many buttons as an organ does. I don't know what to do. And just, it just saws her, and I guess he gets sawed too when they flip the bus. I mean, he probably held onto that button the whole fucking time.
Here's my thing about that hard left, though. It has nothing to do with what went on inside the bus. That means that Ving Rhames just fucking spilled a bus. He took a left so hard that he tipped it, and it was his fault entirely.
Hey, I didn't realize buses were that top heavy.
They are when you have a bunch of armored barbed wire on them.
Yes, heavy barbed wire.
Well, what about the rods that are using... All right, you know what? It's not the heaviest thing, but it does add up. It's like pennies.
All right, fine.
So Steve is the first one to wake up, and he decides, well, fuck everybody. I'm the one with the boat keys, so I'll see you later.
Yeah, even Ving's like, hey, man, hand,
he like has a smile on his face, like, oh, sick, we're both alive. And Steve's just like, give me that gun, and I'm gone.
And he climbs at the top of the bus, and, well, he gets what's coming to him.
I'm going to tell you right now, something's dripping blood on me from above. If 28 days later taught me anything, don't look up.
Oh, my God.
Look anywhere but up and go away.
Just leave the situation.
And when you look up, surely don't just stand there and scream like a fucking idiot.
Oh.
Enough time for the zombie to do its little, like, Superman jump equivalent setup scream and the crouch so that he can pounce. That's plenty of time to start running.
It's a solid amount. You may not get a whole lot of time there, but at least your legs are moving.
The others realize that the bus is no longer behind them and is, in fact, on its side, and go back while this is happening. I love the way that Ving Rhames gets out of this bus. He just ass over tea kettles it and then beats the shit out of the door off.
Well, it should know better.
He took one shot at that door and it turned into rubber.
He's like, hey, don't go in there.
You're telling me that you didn't hear Steve get attacked by a zombie right outside the open bus?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's like, Steve fucked off.
You heard that you know you heard it happen.
Yeah.
The zombie was on top. You were looking up on your back inside the bus. You probably saw it.
You at least saw the shadows through the window.
Yeah.
And
so don't have any question about where he's at.
Well, I mean, if you do, give it 2 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, he's back. Sick.
He's back with it's a brand new attitude. I like it.
It is. Yeah, it's refreshing.
Refreshing attitude.
And Anna really takes a liking to it with a gun to his head.
Yeah, she really congratulates him with a bullet all the way through his brain.
That's right. The exact thing that he told her to do. So really, he got what he asked for.
And I mean, Anna obliged. She's just a good friend. That's what I like about her.
Zombies show up because they run real fast
and hear gunshots and smell blood, I'm sure.
Lots of zombies. So we all scramble back into the bus, at which point there is a shot of Michael looking pensive. And you immediately know why. Mm-hmm. You don't gotta see it. That's a look reserved for I've been bitten by a zombie.
I actually missed that, and
He turns around after getting everybody in the bus, and he looks down off frame, and then he looks like he knows what's up.
So it was like when after the zombie attacks the pregnant girl, and she like pulls her sleeve down pretty quickly.
Yes. Oh, you jerk! Why wouldn't you get off the bus right then, asshole?
Yeah.
Oh, dick. You've seen people turn fast. It could happen at any time.
Yeah, everybody kind of changes at a different rate, and I feel like there's an explanation for it somewhere. Like
so that the movie can go the way I want.
Yeah.
Is the explanation.
Let's pretend it's metabolism.
Sure.
All right.
That explains why fucking Andy's got no fat on his bones. He fucking turns in 10 seconds.
So, I mean, it
fine. That's why Ving Rhames never turned into a zombie. He's just fucking built different.
Acceptable. All right. Fucking.
So we get to the dock and there's zombies and we're having trouble. I'm just gonna fucking drive right onto the dock like an asshole. Clearly, I shouldn't be driving anything.
Well, it's a good place to park.
Yeah, half on, half off in the water.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody get out. CJ self-sacrifices for literally no reason. He didn't need to do that.
No,
he could have just gotten on the fucking boat.
You know how long it takes him to get overwhelmed by zombies? No time.
No time.
Right away.
Oh, yeah.
A second. The zombies come around the corner and he's already overwhelmed.
You could have easily gotten out of the bus, gone to the boat, and shot the propane from the boat.
You could
would
also
have been fine.
Could also just not done that. You could have just gone on the boat and left. Because guess what? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, zombies don't like water. They're kind of like black people, I guess.
Are we sure? I thought they walked along the bottom.
Yeah, in the next movie. In this one, all it takes is a bus in the way for them to be like, well, fuck it, I'm staying here.
I feel like that's also part of the reason they just jammed the bus onto the dock, so there was like an obstacle.
I'm sure that was the idea, but they got around it just fine.
Yeah, let's pretend they didn't, though.
Okay, we're going to pretend they didn't.
Yeah,
we're going to pretend this movie doesn't fall apart in the latter 15 minutes of it.
Yeah, no. Oh, my God, there's not even 15 minutes left, Jay.
No, really all that's left is Ben goes, yeah, I'll untie that boat knot for you, but, well, I'm dead, so see ya.
Yeah, I've been bit. Sorry.
Peace.
And everybody's like, we can help you.
Well, Anna specifically is like, we can help you. And it's like, I'm not sure you've been paying attention for the past all time.
Excuse me, you can help me? Now, why didn't you help anybody else then?
Are you saying you have a cure?
Where's
because
this
people have
magic,
been dying this whole time.
This fucking knowledge that you just all of a sudden have, huh?
Also, she acts like that's her husband.
Yeah.
You've known him less a month.
You guys have kissed one time that we know of. Like, what is this? When did this happen?
I care so much, though, that I'm going to watch you put that gun to your chin and blow your head upward.
It's like a little party popper there.
Yeah. Anyway, the whole point is to try and find an island, and this is when the movie just cuts to black, and it's the end of the movie. Unless you stuck around to see Steve's tight ship.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you turned the movie off the second you saw credits, you're an idiot.
You sure are, dude.
2 seconds later, there's
tits, and I run a tight ship. And he's got this shit-eating grin on his face like he has whole movie.
God.
You also would have missed a decapitated head and ice chest for no reason.
That's actually one of my favorite parts, I think.
For no reason at all. Why would you keep the head?
They come across a boat. It's like an abandoned boat in the water. They're like, oh, a cooler. Hell yeah, it's going to have like Mountain Dews or something.
Well.
It's got Mountain Dude. Just a guy's fucking head biting.
Got Mountain Don't.
Just a head in like a puddle of rotten goo, just biting.
Why is it there? Who put that there and why?
Oh, you know somebody was like, well, fuck this zombie. Like, they probably cut the head off and nothing was like, nothing's happening.
I guess I'll keep it.
Put it in the cooler and send it out to fucking sea.
But they do get to an island and they step foot on it for all of 30 seconds before, like, more zombies than the island could support without sinking come out of the fucking tree line.
Oh, it takes chips all at 2 seconds to just attract.
Yeah, make enough noise to piss off the neighbors.
And that's the end. Then the movie ends in gunfire and just clips of people screaming.
And 1990s new metal.
Yes.
8 out of 10.
Fucking down with the sickness. I gave it a 9.5.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
You like this movie more than even I thought you would.
I saw this movie once when I was a kid.
Just once. I've seen it like 15 times.
I like to see a movie, remember it fondly.
Yeah, and just leave it at that.
And then eventually, like, I see it again, and like, oh my God, it's either good or terrible.
Yeah.
This one,
very often the latter, not this
9.5. I enjoyed the zombie head.
How do you not?
I enjoyed Steve.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the baby coming out. I enjoyed the baby getting shot. I enjoyed all of like the fucked up decisions that they had to make, which ended up just being shooting people. Basically.
Matter of fact, 8.5. You're getting. I'll give it another 0.5 because you make such a compelling argument.
Yes. I do want to point out that this movie is supposed to take place in Milwaukee, Illinois.
Okay. Bit of a discrepancy in foliage, guys.
Not really.
No?
More like, you got the lake right there.
Yeah.
What fucking island is that? What fucking island is that?
Is Illinois not landlocked? I guess you got the lakes right there.
Yeah, Illinois is right next to the lakes.
Yeah. All right.
It might be in one, but Chicago, Illinois is on the lake.
Okay.
So I don't know.
You're right. Yep.
It's just like where's
this island?
Yeah. What?
Well, that lake
and like
is...
they're on this lake for like a long time.
That lake, I believe, is Michigan, right?
I couldn't tell you.
The one that looks like a big dong hanging down from the Great Lakes of pubic hair.
That might be Superior,
dude.
Either way, I'm not sure what lake.
Superior.
I'm not sure what lake this is, but as they get on the boat, you can see the island in the distance, and it seems like it takes them like a week to get there.
Unless it was like a U-shaped coastline. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So you're just seeing more city on that side, and we got to get the fuck out to where islands are.
Yeah, I don't know what area that is, but I think we can all agree that was likely just that, like, that's the fucking Toronto.
They probably
it's right there in Toronto.
They probably fucking launched the boat and then just turned it right the fuck around and came back.
Yeah.
Good, we found the island.
This
is strangely similar.
This is the one direction we can go in, because if we turn left, you're gonna see the CN Tower. If we turn right, you're gonna see the goddamn Niagara Falls.
And I didn't bring my passport.
Exactly.
So that's Dawn of the Dead for you.
Dawn of the Dead.
Fantastic fucking movie.
The remake.
One of the best zombie movies ever made. I don't care what anybody says.
George A. Romero.
That's right. Zack Snyder. I think George Romero had very little to do with this.
He wrote the original. I think they just credited him with writing this one.
He may have consulted, but I don't know.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Is he in this? Did he get a cameo?
I don't believe so.
No?
No, you got Savini instead.
That's fine. I think there's two other people who were in the first one too.
The preacher that says that gays are responsible for zombies.
And one other, because there's three people who all played roles like that, and then just got different roles in this one.
I'm trying to think. It's got to be some kind of fucking throwaway character.
It's on the trivia page. So
maybe it's fucking what's her name there, the trucker bitch.
Could be
because she's been in movies for fucking decades. I looked her up.
Maybe somebody in the hospital.
Yeah.
Who knows? Either way, there's a couple reoccurring characters that come back, and I like it. I liked it.
And I like Andre because he's in House on Haunted Hill as well.
Okay. I have not seen that one.
I'm pretty sure it's him. I would hate to be wrong about that. You have seen it.
Have I?
We did it for the podcast.
House on Haunted Hill. Are you sure?
Yeah. Fucking Vincent Price looking ass. Chick gets electrocuted for like an hour.
Are you sure?
I'm like 90%, but now I have to look.
I mean, we've done 70 episodes. I can't keep track of them.
Well, I got 3 options for you for the next one.
All right.
This was difficult because like you can only say like you can only do so many movies that aren't just zombie movies again.
Yeah.
There is one.
Okay. All right. Honestly, I expected them to be zombie movies.
Yeah, I tried to. I had one, and then I was like, okay, other things.
All right.
First theme here, you got mall security. Second theme here, you got giving birth to a monster. And for the third theme, we have escaping the viral outbreak.
Shit. Shopping mall, Nightmare on Elm Street, and a zombie movie just a zombie. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's so many zombie movies that are just escaping an outbreak.
It is. No, it's one that's specifically about leaving a city where there is an outbreak currently happening.
Okay.
And also there's an element of like going on a stupid errand to save somebody inconsequentially.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get the Jeopardy theme on my phone.
So we could go in any direction here.
No, you could. These are all completely different movies.
I don't think I.
You were right about one.
One, okay.
I'm not going to tell you which.
Let's do the Escaping the City one.
Escaping a viral outbreak? All
Yeah.
right. Resident Evil 2.
Oh, shit. All right.
Yep.
Cool.
You were right about Chopping Mall.
Yes. I couldn't think of another one that was mall security.
I was torn between that and Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Okay.
Which is essentially the same fucking movie, only one's got a robot.
Is that the one? Oh, that's not the one that's Garbage
That's
Day.
the sequel. That's the sequel. And Giving Birth to a Monster was Alien.
Alien.
So you really couldn't have lost.
Hell yeah.
You know?
That one would have been a long
Yup.
podcast.
Yup. And it would have been the original because Prometheus can go fuck itself.
I love that movie. So good. They're all good.
Fucking Bill Paxton getting whatever knife salad. I don't know the name of the game, but the android. And they just fucking slap his hand down on the table and he's fucking doing the knife thing at light speed.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, Christ. Good movie. I don't think I've seen Resident Evil 2.
It's
I might have and then promptly forgot because it...
Nemesis program. Remember the guy from the first that got scratched in the arm?
Mm-hmm.
He's a ball of meat now.
All right.
Oh, you're not even ready for him.
Oh,
if
God.
you haven't seen it.
I think... Look, I might already know one of my
also
movies
like
for the next week.
On the topic of fucking Medea, there's also a guy in it that's like a stand-up comic in a lot of like Tyler Perry and fucking Martin Lawrence movies. I can't remember his name though.
Okay, all right. Well, shit. Resident Evil 2 then.
Grindhouse Movie Club.